son!
You're not allowed to say
A pox upon your firstborn, Terry.
I petted the donkey, and I named him Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
I don't know what that means, but I accept.
I just want to say that I've built my entire character to put all the protections on that donkey this time.
Yes.
I've got shield spells, I've got armor spell, and it's all for the donkey.
Do you actually mean the donkey or a horse?
No, it's donkey. And also, because Josh killed Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, the individual donkeys last year.
Oh, and it's happening again.
Because Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
We named horses last year?
It's happening
No,
again.
there's donkeys, and this was from Blue Box Time.
Donkeys.
Hold on.
It is going to be my personal mission, and I think I have the one shot in mind and just about written up as what I'm thinking for the plot.
You haven't finished your one shot yet?
No.
Oh,
He's
speaking
one
of
shot.
Josh,
For almost every, for almost, I only got one shot. Am I
So
going to
take it.
take it
Until you get a chance.
or let it slip?
You're not going to throw away your shot?
Josh,
Yes.
I don't
one
know
shot.
what magic thing I need.
Up to you.
Ooh,
It literally
lady's secret
and that's why
garden
I'm
dress.
picking the items for you guys, is so that you don't pick an item that could possibly
Right.
do absolutely nothing within the one
Okay.
shot. Which I've had that happen
Ooh, this
before, where
hoodie
someone's like,
canvas dress
"I
is
got
nice.
this super cool item for this," and it literally didn't do anything for them in the whole one shot. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, sometimes though.
sorry.
But so here's my question then. I'm a druid. I haven't done D&D 5e in
Long time.
several years now, and so I
Well,
just don't
you did
know.
it last year at Blue Box Con.
Well, it was a one shot though. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be honest.
Um,
So I just need some help picking then, Josh. I'm going to require your awesomeness.
Cool. Yeah, totally.
Um,
As long as I have the free reign, yeah, I'll look at your character
Okay.
sheet, see what I want to
Alright.
use for you. Like, I just
What is
made
the
an
color? Black
Oathmaker
and
Paladin
black and
Kobold
red.
for a
And colors,
one
nice.
shot that I'm in soon. And he's got
Oh.
a 20 in like 3 different stats, and it
Wait, are
is
these
incredible.
pants or are these
Speaking
a
of,
skirt?
since we're here, Josh, usually Evelyn, make sure you read your backstory, of your characters too,
Okay.
so that you have a full understanding. Because this is going to be really, this one shot's deep.
I think I read it already, but I'm not sure now because I've literally looked at all of those backstories for a while. So
Also, Josh, my druid, his name is Machik. And
Bless you.
thank you.
I took invisibility, and he will cast invisibility on the donkey prior to the start of the one shot,
Oh, Nana. What's my name?
along with Barkskin.
Honestly, bro, you've got that hard hidden ass.
Well played.
Yes.
Slap.
Oh, and I gotta say, Josh, 1,000 gold felt like too much gold. Like I tried to buy as much, like literally, I went through
You-
it.
So,
Yeah,
so
you gotta
the
spend
problem,
all it.
the problem there is like for druids, yeah, it's like way too much. But for someone who wears armor,
Plate,
I guess
yeah.
you're right.
armor and 5e, like for
Full plate is real expensive.
yeah, full plate's like 1,800, so you couldn't even get that.
Okay.
750 gets you breastplate. So it's like
Gotcha.
it's for
Is
stuff
anybody
like that.
playing plate characters in our group?
I think
Because Blood Hunter's not.
yeah, Blood Hunter's not.
Because they wear leather, if I remember correctly. And then
Wait, are you part of the game?
no.
no,
No, I
but
was
she
like,
looks
wait,
over,
no, it's all
she looks
guys.
o-
It's a sausage fest. It's
She's looking over. She's looked over my shoulder.
Oh,
at the-
okay.
yeah.
wait, how are you? Yeah.
Magical ways.
No,
Yes.
oh man, I'm so tired.
Wait, are we live?
Yeah, we're
Audio.
voice live.
We're
Where'd
audio.
John go, by the way?
He quit.
I think he went outside to just scream to release some of that anger from trying to figure out how to
He's out there with a golf club just swinging.
He's like,
at
"Ah!"
us.
Oh no, he went to go get dressed. I mean, undressed.
Oh yeah,
dressed.
undressed. That's why. Whoa.
Did he put a
Oh,
sweater on?
John,
Dang,
ooh,
John,
look at
I knew
those
you were
pecs.
big, but like,
my
wow,
goodness,
You're
Now you're matching me. I see. I see how
you're
it is.
ripped.
yeah. Oh, ripped. Yeah, that's what I was talking
Look at
about.
those pecs. We couldn't even hear us because his mic.
His headset was off, yeah.
It's so hot.
So much
It's
pectin.
so hot.
I like
Hello.
Hi.
stuff.
I heard pecs.
Yes, you did.
We forgot where you went, and I said, "Oh, I forgot that you went to go get undressed. I mean undressed." And I said, "Ooh, look at those pets."
All right. Well, thank you. All right. So,
I also want to say,
Put on a shirt before you go back on live.
all right. So this is one of our new, and the viewers can't see this yet because we're not live on video. One of our new Blue Box shirts. These sweatshirts are made of that dry wick material. Gorgeous. I have them in both blue and black. This is the first time I've worn this, and I've been begging for these. And yes, it has been made by
awesome.
Short Mom on the
All
Run.
members of the cast, of course.
Courtney working her magic.
are you saving my blue sweatshirt for when I come?
I am.
down this way?
I am. Yes, I am. I am. Yes.
So I texted John last night.
Stop it. All right. No, don't listen to that. Don't listen. Hello, Weaponized Eyes. Welcome, subbing to the Blue Box Horde. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Had a hard day.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight. It's probably going to be a 20-minute stream.
Yeah.
No, Harry did that.
I'm absolutely delirious. 13 hours on the road yesterday, moving furniture all day today. It's just, I'm whining. I just sound like I'm whining. What's the point? I just stop, John. Stop.
Talking about things you are going through
Is
not
whining. It's whining.
No.
Processing.
It's
Unless your
processing.
name is NPC Voices, that is whiny.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
agree.
Oh, there's so many color options.
1000%. No one wants to listen to that little BS.
She's still shopping.
It does. Eat to serve. Good to see you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We may just have a fireside chat. We may have a quick TPK. We'll figure it out.
Fight.
We got no. It just.
So you're raising my chicken army. You can't.
Yeah.
support me.
I wish to become a chicken barbarian.
Is that this? Evelyn, help me.
Just
pick a
think-
Yeah,
picture.
13 hours. It was brutal. 13 hours on the road. Eat to serve.
Be a
It is.
lycanthropic
Ooh.
chicken.
Is there
I
a
like the
Bordeaux rat?
Black.
You know you love this video. Come on, guys. This is like you can't see it enough. And now you're close to Roxas. You're in the Great Kingdom. You're seeing these pieces. Look at that. That's where you are. The Gold Cliff. That's where you guys are now.
Oh.
I didn't realize how many colors there are.
Yeah, the burgundy's really pretty. Oh, I bet the royal blue is pretty.
Royal blue would be nice too.
Ooh, I like the royal blue.
Who's got
That one's a
the-
good one.
Who's got the white noise? Why do I hear
Yeah.
white noise?
That's from John.
Okay,
Wait.
is it in stock? Please tell me
What?
it's in stock. No.
White
Is
noise?
the whole thing out of stock? Every single color? Oh, you dirty.
I'm going through
little-
now and checking.
I know, me too.
What size are you trying to get?
Large.
Yeah, because I think all of them are out of stock because I picked a different size and it's coming out as out of stock on all of
Oh,
them.
that was so nice though.
That
Yeah.
is a
I
nice one.
really like that. Well, poo on you.
Is there an audio problem? White noise at all, or
Oh, can I?
do we all sound good?
You're really quiet when the music doesn't play. There's high white noise, but maybe that's just because the video's playing. I don't know.
What would I do for bottoms though?
That's happened once
Don't know
before.
where
Who needs
So
bottoms?
You don't need bottoms for that?
No. Why would you need
Is it long?
Slacks.
Oh, no. Oh, the pant. There's some really cool.
There's some good
pants.
pants on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
show me the pants.
But of
Okay,
course,
okay,
we all
bring it,
know
guys, bring it in,
this
bring
is
it.
the most important thing of the week. Thank you, Jeff.
Or skirts. It depends. But I prefer the pants.
I think the pants would be better with that, I think.
It's going to
Yeah.
be under the Renaissance. Where is it?
I can't believe you're just sending us this link now.
Men's
Like, you
pants,
didn't give us-
breeches, and hosen.
Well, she needs women's pants, breeches, and hose.
Do they have that?
Let's see.
I don't think there is a women's. No, there's just, that's why you got to get men's. They don't have it.
Because
for-
they only have dresses and gowns. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because in medieval times, women wouldn't wear.
I guess. I mean, you would
I
tie
know.
up your skirts
Now,
if you needed to.
the ones I got are like the kettle woolly pants.
Okay, can you send them to me?
Yep, I'll link. In
But
fact,
that
I'm
one
gonna.
would be, if it's kind of flowy, should I wear something more tight for those pants?
Actually, you could. That would work well with yours. And so if we're
Yeah.
looking at tight ones, let me see. Because you got to be careful and you don't want to jump into like 15th, 16th, 17th century per se.
Right. Oh, hang on. I just got to take a call real quick.
Viking pants could work.
Hi, this is Vivi Roberts.
Oh, Loxley pants.
Like Robin of.
I don't know. It says Loxley pants. I'm gonna copy it and put the link in Discordia.
All right, less crackly now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much less. much
That's so odd because it seems to be every time I reboot the PC, it's different. I did this one last week. It sounded great, and whatever.
Those pants, Evelyn.
Oh,
Yeah, those are cool.
it's back now.
Thank you.
Now let's see if they're in stock. Either brown or gray. We'll go brown. Large.
Thank you,
Go
Ferox.
small, medium, because these are men's pants.
Oh, okay. So then 9 in stock in brown, and I don't like the gray, but that gray's out of stock anyways.
Now that sounds like an 80s rock song or 70s rock song, Eat to Surf. You know you love this.
John, you've got it's not an advantage.
+1.
It's 200. Yeah, +1.
I say +1.
I see that. Thank you, Jeff. I'm going to write that down. And thank you to all of our sponsors. And here we go, not just live on audio, but on video. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Welcome to Blue Box episode 19 and 75, I think. Is that right? No, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's something like that.
Oh, 1975.
1975. It is a stream to remember as we prep for Blue Box Con. And thank you for everyone joining us. We're going to do our best tonight to have a good time. And of course, we're all focused on the con that's coming up this weekend. I want to say thank you to especially Fraley, Patrick Fraley17, who came out to the house today and helped me move furniture and did all kinds of stuff to help us prep for this weekend. Thank you, of course, to Evelyn, who is always doing things that are blue boxy and helping us to get ready. And with that said, we are going to have some fun tonight, and I don't know what we're going to do. Honestly, I'll probably surprise myself with this, but we have a dead PC. Of course, Taldar is I was rocked this week. I could not get over it, and I'm sure none of you could as well. So let's just get right into it. What happened last time, Evelyn?
So last time we started off and the party was continuing to ride on the road as quickly as possible to try to make it to their destination that they had been sent by Drax to, with both of the barbarians riding their horses basically to the brink, and Laura keeping an eye on them but not riding as fast, and Rasmus and Anaho both keeping pace with Laura. So the three of them who are not on the clock kind of followed behind, but did not press on as hard. The ride, however, was quickly impeded by the appearance of a very large creature, a winged creature that landed in the road. It was part lion, and it had a tail with spikes, and was very strange. But yeah, so it landed in the road, and Rizia and Taldar looked at it, and they said, well, let's just get this over with already. We got to keep going. So they started fighting while the others worked to catch up. It was a pretty vicious battle that was going on. Both the creature and Taldar had actually taken some pretty strong hits. And then Laura and Rasmus and Anaho closed in further. Laura, when she was actually there, summoned some help from a tree and a shrubbery. It was a very nice shrubbery. Those took some strikes, and then Taldar took some more strikes and died. Very, very horribly. I believe the final count was -42 hit points after all of the
which is not a killer DM. Like it was some crazy dice rolls, and then some post humus hits that happened. He was already like kind of falling and dying, and got his arm ripped off, and it was just not fun. I'm sorry,
Yeah, it was his own fault.
Terry. I grieved for Taldar. Let us all take a moment and grieve for Taldar, and kill the happy music.
Yeah, that hurts, John.
I know. I'm so sorry. Let's
Not
go
as bad
back
as
to the
death.
dark
We gotta
music.
grieve happy music while we play some grieve sad death while we listen to happy music.
Exactly. And ads are never good, so we don't want ads when we grieve. 3, 2, 1, and now we have proper grieving music upon Blue Box. Taldar. You posted your backstory. I love that you did that in our Discord. And before we engage the game, I think it is good to further grieve Taldar. And I must tell the rest of the party, especially Rizia, I was shocked. I was shocked that you rode on to seek vengeance and did not even bury the body of your comrade, or burn, perhaps, would have been better in the customs of your people, the body of Taldar. Rizia, why?
It's just a part of her backstory. So she's seen and done a lot of things, so she just moves on. She takes her second to pay her respects, and she moves on. Death is death. There's nothing more or less you can do. He's gone. She can't bring him back, so she's got to move on. She's got a timeline too. I think, and again, that's also pressing her as well, because even though Taldar is dead, it doesn't negate the fact that she still has a glyph on her hand and time is still ticking. She can't really spend that extra time grieving, burying, stuff like that. It's like, I have time, I gotta go. That's basically why, which is odd for me because I've never played a character like that before. So weird to just kind of walk away and just, yeah. So that is why.
No, that's well said. And
Death waits for no one, essentially.
Let me fix your name here quickly.
No.
Yeah, I messed up Terry's new name. All right. Evelyn, anything else on what happened last time before we move to...
as Taldar was falling, he actually told Rizia to continue on. And then the beast took a very powerful hit against Anaho before being felled finally by Rizia. And she finished it in spectacular fashion, basically coming out of it looking like Carrie Carrie on prom night. Yeah, she was covered from head to toe in blood, and decided to ride back actually to the town we had come past on our way up this way, to try to track down the woman Esla, which thank you to Manda for helping us find her name, because we had versions and we weren't sure what it was, but Manda helped us, so thanks, Manda.
Thank you, Manda.
Yeah, so we went to hunt down Esla, and Rizia, had pressed on very quickly first, and Laura went behind her, and eventually their horses just tired out. So the two of them continued on foot into the town, with Rasmus and Anaho remaining behind. They were briefly stopped by the guard, who spoke to Rizia. And she explained what had happened, that they had filled the beast that had been troubling the town and the children within the town, and so she was coming to seek her reward for doing the task that had been requested. And then the guard let them through, and Rizia and Alora began searching the town for this woman, asking around. There was a small child who stopped them, and there was a bit of conversation, and the child wanted to be stronger, and Rizia ended up giving her a dagger, and then continuing onward. And while that was going on, Anaho and Erasmus were talking by the horses, and Anaho actually saw Rasputin for the first time, and Erasmus sort of explained what he was, and Rasputin kind of merged, I guess, with Rasmus, and then Anaho and Rasmus talked a bit actually about where Anaho is from. and because Rasmus recognized the language he spoke, and spoke of the Underdark and such. So that conversation went on. So there was quite a bit of backstory reveal for both of them while that conversation was happening. And then finally, the search continued in town with Allura being followed by animals. And that's basically where we ended last time.
Bravo, as always, and thank you so much. And now we'll go to character introductions. Let's go through everyone except Terry, because Terry's not ready yet for his new PC. And let's start with you, Rizia.
I only said no because I don't have it open. Hang on one second. Hello, my name is Vivi. I play Rizia. She is hold on a hot minute, a level 4 half-orc barbarian. She is currently the only one left with a glyph marked for Drax's quest. So she runs solo right now, trying to do what she is doing. Currently covered in blood, as Evelyn said, and with a wonderful and beautiful Allura following her behind. And she's carrying the jaw of the beast that they had just killed in search of the lady. So she's questioning a lot of things right now, trying to figure out time-wise and timeline-wise. Last she was with Taldar, we knew that there was not enough time for us to get there. So she's trying to currently search for a way to get there faster and more time, because that's what the old lady had promised.
Well done. Anaho. You're muted, Roy. Happens to all of us. We all do it.
Okay. I'm a 2'11" halfling named Anaho, about 187 years old, level 4, and fairly pale skin for what has become maybe obvious reasons, and wearing, some darker clothing because I like to, shadow stuff, and maybe a bit of a slayer, and a halfling at that. The 2'11", I'm a halfling, so that is me.
Nicely done. Evelyn.
I am Evelyn. I play Allura. She is level 3 druid, plant domain. She likes to talk to trees a lot, and has befriended a chicken that she has named Henrietta, and it likes all of the various animals that she has come across, and is currently trying to keep up with Rizia to make sure that Rizia can achieve the goal that she's trying to achieve without dying alone, because that would be bad.
Lovely. Josh.
All right. Hello, I am Josh of the NPC Voices, and I play Rasmus. I am an odd fellow from the lands of Nairon. I am a 3rd level Inquisitor, and he is currently comrades at the moment with Anaho, and interested in Allura and what she may be and what path she may lead to. But also having just seen our leader, the great Lord Taldar, fall before us was very sad.
Upon this, we all agree. And with that,
Okay, whatever.
we begin back with Taldar dying, his blood cooling in the soil, slowly dripping, unburied. Taldar is gone. Anaho and Rasmus, we resume with you.
And John,
The night grows.
evening, right?
Yep. Yep. Night grows deeper. The two of you have had this encounter, and now, as you see Rasputin integrate, for lack of a better term, into Rasmus.
Rasmus, then, having had that moment, I forget how we left it, but it felt like that moment where it was just like, okay, we've said our piece, and Rasmus will kind of nod, and will pick the brush back up, or pull it back out of his pocket, and continue brushing the horse. And then once he is done there, he will go to the next one. He's already fed each. He's already gotten water for each.
Including the pony?
Yeah. He's taking care of the different horses and ponies. Pony. Boy.
So we wait here, is that correct? We expect them to be back by morning.
Yes, I am planning on, if they do not return by tomorrow evening, that they are either dead or have left, and so it is time to move on. At least from the tales of what this party has shared, it seems death is continually within your path. Whether the gods will it or not, or...
Yes, continually in our path. Yeah, some make it. I guess Rizzy and I make it. For now, Rizzy and I abate it. So if they don't come, do you have plans? Any particular destination? Are you going to go back south if you don't?
I mean, wherever you're headed, if it leads to that one that I hunt, then perfect. If not, and if there are no more leads beyond that point,
Yes.
I plan on trying to grow a little bit stronger and then heading back to Nyrond.
Okay. Sounds like a plan then. If they don't show up, I do plan to head back south. There is a elven woman who, if we could find, will potentially help us find both our targets.
Elven woman.
Yes.
Do you know much more beyond that?
Oh, I know a little bit, not a lot. She used to be in the Hamlet area for a while.
Oh, is she the criminal that you're hunting?
She is not who I am hunting. She just knows, or so I have learned in my travels, that she would likely know. But she moved to Real Astra, and that's why I was there looking for her. My understanding is she knows of any. Kind of like hesitate because I just not shared information, but by my understanding, she knows of the drow that I look for. The one that I'm supposed to return.
Understood. And Rasmus has just finished on the last one. He's horse, and he is turning back around and looking at Anaho. As he's already doffed his armor, he's already started to get comfortable, but he keeps his long sword on him. I don't really plan on doing too much more tonight, but if you would like me to look over anything, Rasputin has brought me back a bit of information that I may be able to use to discern items.
Perhaps I will go through my items and see what perhaps. Definitely, if you could figure out that ring I showed you, I would appreciate that.
Sure. Give it over to me, and I will look at it. I was planning on looking at the little, as he pulls out the white stone between his two fingers. It's like, I plan on looking at these first, and then if you would like, I can look at your ring and just figure out.
As you hold the white stone up, there's a definite warmth, and in fact, a sense of observation that comes to you through the stone, as though you're being watched.
Yeah, that is not the first time.
No.
He feels the warmth of the stone, thinking that it'll fade, because where he was keeping it was kind of in his pocket against his like skin or body, and so he like waits, and then he's like, "Okay, well the stone is warm. Feels like I am being watched. Possibly we, but
Then why keep it?
because this seems to be the communication with the one known as the
Yes.
Fiend
that
Sage.
one. That is my point. Why keep it? We have no need for that.
It is better to. You should know this. It's better to keep bridges than to burn them. If it is an ability to get somewhere or get something done, then it is better to use than abuse.
I am not one to split hairs. You know, maybe slit throats, but not split hairs.
Yes.
But I am also not one from my upbringing to befriend creatures like that either. But do as you will. Just do not make any deals.
If any deals are to be made, then they are to be claiming of my own soul and no one else's. Whatever's left of it. He will kind of chuckle a bit. And then move over towards where the horses are either lying down or just still eating, and he'll kind of keep the stone between his fingers, rolling it a bit, and then he's going to have he's going to look through Rasputin's eyes as he's going to cast Identify. And he'll be trying to figure out what this stone is, if he can get a good feel or spellcraft check on what.
On the stone, the white stone.
Yes.
Yes. All right. As you do this, you focus for a moment, and you sense there is from the stone an eminence of strong magic, but not something which is typical. It is different, and you sense there is a divination element to it that passes through, and you can still feel that sense of being watched, but it is not something that you have a direct recognition of.
Okay. So there's no way to use it. It is just a one-way walkie-talkie.
As far as you can tell at this point, yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay, with that first casting, he's like, well, that helped me not at all. As he will then put it away. Like, it's effectively a one-way communication. There's nothing we can do to track back. I was hoping there was some way to either finagle it. Ring, please.
Yes. Hopefully you'll do. And he'll just hand it to you.
As he's just going to look at it and then cast Identify again on the ring.
All right, as you concentrate on the ring, you sense the magic of it, and you recognize this, and I'll let you describe it to Anaho, but what you are sensing is a ring of the Ram. This ring has 3 charges each day and can push out a force like a ram to make a charge in a ranged attack within 60 feet. It produces ram's head with a significant bonus. I won't tell you what the bonus is because that's a significant bonus, and each hit can push back a creature 3 times per day with a huge force damage. You can see it as you study it. It's as though the horns come forth from the ring in your own eyes, and you can see them slamming into a target and then retreating back.
And then Aho, this wasn't the same ring that you'd had turn you invisible, correct?
No, that's a different. That's the other game. This one I got from the Elven Battlefield.
The Elephant Graveyard, yeah. So he holds and he's he's gonna like toss it back to you. Actually, no, he'd walk it over and like place it in your palm, and that is very good. That is very helpful, especially for someone who seems to find themselves surrounded by enemies quite a lot. That will be able to help you quite a lot. It is trying to think of a Underdark equivalent. Do you know what the ram is? You know, the big horns creatures?
Yeah, kind of.
So think of a bull or something that can charge and hit very hard.
Okay.
This ring is effectively almost a shield force that just pushes out from you. And John, is there a keyword that he would have gotten from that to use to activate?
No, you sense it, Rasmus. All it takes is a focus of will. It's almost like pushing a thought out, a thought of aggression, of anger, of defense, and that thought can trigger the ring.
Okay. He will effectively describe that as if you are doing a punch outward, but with your mind, as if you are willing a force from you. It should send a massive force towards the creature and could even push the creature back away from you.
Interesting.
Yeah, very, very helpful.
So, and I'll slip it on and take a couple of steps back slowly from you.
Oh no!
Trying to aim it. He was even thinking that. Yeah, it had gone through his mind of like, try it out on me. But once he saw like what it could do, he's like, no.
So do you mean if I just put this on, step back, and I think about forcing something back? Is that what you mean?
No, it will cause damage as well. I'm by the horses. Do not. You can point at the tree. Do not point at me.
And how often can I use this?
You sensed 3 times per day.
That's what I said, of course. It should be roughly 3 times for sunrise, sunset.
Sunrise, sunset. And we are and he'll grin at you very big.
Yeah.
And we are at before sunrise.
We've been getting together rather well.
He does put the ring on his left hand. Yeah, I'm sure you've noticed he uses his right hand for the dagger. He puts it on, grins at you. It would be good to know how well it works. And
Wonderful.
he'll just start to bring his hand forward in like a very awkward, like, I don't know, you said punch with my mind? What? I kind of understand this concept. And he pushes his hand out slowly, and he turns it to the side as he focuses on the tree to...
Okay. I was so ready. I was like, okay, let's do this.
I'll grin all the more. Like I just screwed with your head. And then try to then use it on a tree.
As he does this, he turns over. You feel this sense of deep reverberation in your heart, and he holds the ring out. You see twin ram horns extend from the ring toward the tree. As they extend toward the tree, there is a massive explosion that bursts, and the tree snaps in twain and falls over and falls to the ground.
Laura feels a million voices go quiet.
No, Elora's not here. Otherwise, she'd be very, very upset.
Seeing and feeling this force, and the thought that was generated when I used the ring.
The leaves still scatter to the ground, falling.
I'll quickly grab my dagger, and Rasmus, you'll see the expression instantly change from maniacally fun towards you to absolute seriousness and just paranoia, looking around. And a second will pass by, and I'll relax, and I'll be back to normal.
Rasmus will. He'll say a word in High Elven. He's like, and then he'll like send Rasputin out to sift through the remains to see if there were any animals that were harmed in that. Because he's like, oh dang it! And so, just other than insects, looking for any like actual animals that are just like.
All right, so Anaho, you see again that strange, dark-looking sort of shadow figure pull away from Rasmus and start moving toward the trees. It sifts among the leaves, and with that, we were going to Rizia and Elora. You are inside the tavern. I brought this up before. I'll pull it up here again so you guys can see it. You are not too far down the road now. You've come back a ways to get here. And so as you look at this, there we go. You are inside the primary tavern in Farland here in Greyhawk. And on the eastern part of the coast, you are in a tavern called the Witch's Teat. And the Witch's Teat is somewhat busy. This town has a few hundred, maybe a couple of thousand folks that live inside of it. And you're moving around asking for this figure. Evelyn, Vivi, but you... Please keep laughing like that. I love it. I know.
Not to react. Come on.
I know.
Like, you need to know me by now. How long have we known each other? Like, that's ridiculous. And you keep saying witch's teat.
You are the Witch's Teat. The Witch's Teat is the tavern that you're in. Inside of Farland, the Witch's Teat. You move around asking, and I'll let you pick up from there again. Please go ahead.
Again, so she'll just be searching around. She doesn't really give to, so I like what she looks like. She's just searching for this old lady. She'll talk to anybody and everybody on her way as she's going in, making it very well known that that's who she's looking for to everybody in this Witch's Teat.
Elora, you're following behind, right? Okay. As I don't know what's going on. It's probably my fault for being late tonight. We only got 38 people watching. I don't know what's going on. This is our lowest GHA ever, but that's okay. We're just going to have fun tonight. And so as you move through the tavern, whose name I will not say once again. One more time. No. All right, fine. As you walk across the Witch's Teat, you see there is a 5-foot-tall bartender that sits behind a long mahogany bar, and as he's barely sort of his head peeks over the top, but his visage is dark, and he's got a mangled ear. He slides a drink across the bar, and he looks up at you. What they're asking for? You're looking for someone.
Yeah, I am. An old woman. I forget her name. And she'll turn and look at Elora.
You're seeking a woman called Esla.
There are many old women here, and I don't make a habit of keeping track of the old ones. I like the young ones. And he slides a drink to the other side of the bar.
Well, that beast that keeps attacking your town. taking children?
Oh, you were deceived with this, yes. There is no beast attacking our town.
What do you mean?
He shrugs and turns away, walks down the bar to talk to someone else.
She takes the jaw off her shoulder and she like, boom, like slams it down on the bar.
As you slam that jaw on the bar, you see there is a tawny-haired, slender, half-elven man, just 2 seats down. He was paying no attention, paying no mind to you. But when that jaw hits the table, he sort of jumps and reacts. Terry, please tell them what they see.
Hello.
All right. I was not prepared.
No, you should never be.
Before you stands a male, half elf, 5'11", approximately 153 pounds, slate blue eyes and wild red hair that looks as if it was never touched following the half elf's waking this morning. Covering his left eye is a monocle made of wood with runes carved around the outer edge and crystals centered within the circle frame. His skin is tan and rugged, not as smooth as elven skin, but not as mottled as a human who has lived their life in the sun. His ears come to a gentle point, not as long as his elven father's, but long enough to denote his elven heritage. What looks like a perpetual smile greets any stranger. There's a sense of empathy and strength in the smile, that of a person who wants to help others but will also defend what is necessary. The first thing you see is a cloak that surrounds the body of this stranger. It flutters in the wind, gently swaying with a freeness that seems almost magical. Eggplant purple in hue and trimmed in a variety of runic sigils, all colored in gold. The robe wraps around the wearer as if custom made. Centered on the chest is a brooch in the shape of a hexagon with an indecipherable rune made of emerald inset in gold. Beneath the cloak, a pair of black kettle pants with the lower legs wrapped in black leather straps that give way to polished black leather boots that easily reflect all that surround them. Attached to the straps around his lower legs are several wooden carved runic symbols. Covering his torso is a cream-colored box-pleated shirt, followed by a simple Bordeaux-colored doublet with gold buttons, and finished with a jerkin in the same hue as his cloak. Across his chest are several leather straps that run diagonally, each strap holding something: his spellbook, his component pouch, and several more of the strange runes like those found on his legs. Around his wrists, which are wrapped in black leather straps, you will find several bracelets, and on his pointer finger of each hand resides a ring with a purple stone, one with a purple stone and one with a red stone. A wooden staff with intricate runes carved in the entirety of the surface resides in the half-elf's right hand. Atop the staff sits an orb of emerald, gripped in a golden raven's claw. Finally, you see a raven perched on his shoulder, black as night, with eyes that pierce the soul.
Wow. So you absorb all of this in a moment. And by the way, I'm only going to ask this question because I have been wrong on so many things recently. I read books for all of my childhood, and I always read the word acolyte as alcoit, which is completely backwards and wrong. And I got schooled by Thomas. Thank you so much, my friend. And I've learned that. Now, you said doublet, and I've always pronounced doublet. Is that correct, or am I wrong?
It's doublet.
It's doublet?
Well, it's region pronunciation.
What's that?
Are you
Region's pronunciation.
is this like tomato cut?
I trust the cosplayers though, because like I've always read that as like a doublet.
They've made lots of doublets.
Doublets, really? It is?
It's
Yeah.
doublet.
God, I'm wrong again.
You learn something new every day, John.
Yes,
It's
you're
not
growing.
wrong. You're just learning, okay? Don't be so hard on yourself.
It is doublet. I always thought it was sort of like French and called it doublet. All right, so
I totally see as like a Canadian. I see why I would have read it as doublet as well.
you're just being
you know,
kind. You're just being
no,
kind.
I'm not.
Rizia, you look across and you see this foppish elven, half-elven knave with all of this accoutrement that adorns him, and the spell components and the book and all of that across his chest. Alora stands behind you. You saw this, and I don't want to mispronounce your name since I mispronounce everything else. Is it Teliadir?
It's a Teliadir.
Teliadir. You see this huge half-orc woman. She slams the jaw of a creature on the bar. It still has bits of flesh that dangle, teeth pointing up, and there is a hush that grows across the tavern as she does this.
And Teliadir will look at the half-orc and in Orcish will say, "What do we have here?"
She kind of like stops for a second, furrows her eyebrows, because last she saw there was an elven, half elf to her right, and she's hearing Orcish now. So she turns and replies in Orcish. What does it look like?
Continuing in Orcish, seems to be a jaw of some sort, but not a jaw I've come across yet. What happened to the rest of the face?
It's down the road a little. Are you from here?
He smiles, brushes the hair slightly to the side. No, these parts are not necessarily to my liking, but I've traveled in the area for a bit. I assume with your conversation with the barman that you too are not from here?
No, I'm looking for an old woman.
The bartender walks back towards you, pulls out a huge flask of dark-looking liquor, slams it on the table. Again, barely 5 feet. My name is Dogface. Are you going to drink or just talk here?
And with that, Teliadir will switch to common and say, "We are having a discussion, my friend, and sometimes talking is necessary. Now, please, leave us be for now."
Roll diplomacy, please, Terry.
He said, "Please."
No, that's fine. I just got to double check, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, good.
Does he get a plus to politeness?
That's diplomacy.
Total.
What, 21?
Yes, I put a lot. I'm at +5 in diplomacy.
He looks at you. All right then. Yeah, of course. Please, well, when you're ready for some ale or some drink, I've got the strong stuff here they can enjoy, but take your time, my friend. And he walks down the bar. Alora, you're behind. You're hearing all this.
Yeah. Actually, Laura kind of like peeks up over like beside Rosia and kind of whispers to her while the bartender's talking to Teliadir. She goes, "What was he saying?"
He says that he's not from here, but he doesn't. It doesn't seem like he knows who this old lady is, either. However, I kind of like him for some reason. I don't know why.
He's very shiny.
And she kind of like gives. Sorry, she kind of gives him like an up and down, and she like looks over her shoulder at Alora, and she's like, "Yeah, too shiny."
Teliadir will notice the little conversation between the two and will switch into Elvin and speak to Alora.
Flex, my man, flex.
Are you traveling with this young lady?
And Alora will respond in Elven. Of course.
Unusual. Not a grouping that I tend to see often in my travels.
I can't suppose you've met many druids then.
And he'll just look at her for a moment. He will make a motion towards the monocle, but then bring it back down.
As you motion your hand up to the monocle, like Rizia immediately will like boom, like step right in front of you. She's like, like what are you doing?
And he'll pull his hand back down, and he'll switch into common. So both. Don't worry, my friend. This tool does not provide any type of danger to anyone. It just allows me to understand the world around me a bit better.
And what exactly does that mean?
These lands, and many of the lands I've traveled in, are not always as they seem. There are magical ways to hide yourself. There are ways to be untruthful. This helps me see through that sometimes.
I find the best way is just to ask the trees.
I mean, it works every time, so.
I suppose that could work. And there's a
It
bit of a
does
confused
work.
expression.
All right. So,
It does work.
and so I think, again, for not just for Terry, but for the viewers, as you look over, you see these two women, and I would like each of them to describe what they look like. So please, Rizia, again, describe your physical appearance, and Alora, do the same. So Talidar sees
currently covered like head to toe in blood.
Like gore, huge
Minus
jaw
two,
on the
yeah, minus 2 streams down her cheeks where the green of her skin is showing through. It's rubbed a little bit, like she's kind of tried to rub it out a little bit, but you can distinctly tell that she was crying. Covered. I can't remember how tall she is. Hang on one quick second. Sorry, you see, I don't have a good
She's 6'8".
nice long story.
No. You're a little over 6 feet. Yeah, you're a little over 6 feet.
She's 6'2". She has hazel eyes. She's about 38 years old. Brown hair, green skin. 222 pounds. So big, hefty lady. Underneath, you can see that there's also some furs along with her armor, but is currently drenched in blood and carrying a great axe in her hand.
And Alora, you see a woman with very long black hair that's braided into a thick braid and then interwoven with other braids that have various flowers interwoven amongst those braids. And she holds a staff that also actually, it's sort of gnarled, but it looks to be almost living, as it appears that there are flowers almost growing from it. And she is somewhat strikingly beautiful, something unnatural about it even, but she has deep emerald green eyes. She stands 5'9", and she's fairly lithe in her build, and she's dressed in what looks to be a mismatch of fabric and fur and leather, kind of just collected to create the assemblage of clothing, though her bodice is a little more intricately designed with various vines and things adorning it.
And so, having heard what Rizia said, Talidar looks momentarily with both kind of a awe and interest, and the raven on his shoulder looks at Alora and says, "I like her." Kind of a caw voice.
As the raven speaks, Henrietta sort of jumps in your arms, Alora, and looks over at the raven.
That is unusual. What is your bird's name?
Oh, this is Baudel. He helps me on my journeys. Or she helps me on my journeys.
Interesting. This is Henrietta. She is a chicken. I keep her for companionship.
So let me get this straight. You speak with trees and your companion is a chicken.
Yes, that is correct. I also sometimes speak to shrubs, but mostly trees.
And you, just to be clear, the chicken literally mocked the crow. It gave a crow call, which is not normal for a chicken. It's not spoken in the way that, of course, your companion has, but it was clearly sentient enough to give that mockery.
And so Telliadir will look at the chicken. And where did you acquire said companion?
Well, she was on a farm that was being attacked by a giant, and I don't remember. I think it was Anna who suggested we bring a chicken along, and so I got her, and I just kept her.
You are interesting. Has the chicken acted in such a way prior to this encounter?
Chickens work in mysterious ways.
Generally speaking, among the land that I've traveled and the places I've visited, they don't act in mysterious ways. Generally, they feed us. That's why I'm a bit perplexed. Confused, actually.
Sounds like you don't get out much.
He turns back over to Rizia. The chicken. Have you... She said it came from a farm that was being attacked. Was it being attacked via magical means or anything? Was there...
Does it really matter where the chicken came from? It's her chicken. She takes care of it. It's well fed, makes her happy. And then, like, with all this, like, chicken dog, she, like, actually, like, hollers over the bartender. And I'm like, you were saying something about something really strong. I'll take
And
one
while
of that.
you're doing that, this is when he's actually going to touch his monocle.
Okay, she's not looking because her back would
Yeah.
be turned to you. 'Cause she's
And
getting a
looks at the
drink. Yeah.
chicken and uses the monocle's ability.
All right. As you do this, you see Rizia turns her back. Bits of blood and ichor still dripping from her face. The tear-stained streaks across her face. The jaw laying across the bar. And the bartender walks over. Oh, we got the strongest that we have here. Just be careful, lass. It's even for one like yourself, it could be dangerous. And he slides you a mug of some clear liquid. And as he does this, Telliadir moves the monocle, and you see the chicken, which is where is Henrietta, Elora?
Laura mainly has been carrying her in her like she has like a satchel type bag. It's like linen basically, but she kind of scooped her out when she noticed the bird, because she was like, "Oh, you have a bird. I want to show you my bird," sort of situation. So yeah, she sort of just scooped it out and she's holding Henrietta.
I love it. So as you look, Telliadir, you see the chicken itself appears to be typical, but you see thin strands that run from the chest of the chicken to the head of Alora. There is some strange connectivity that's happening between these two, which you can see through the monocle as you shift it. Nothing unique about the chicken itself, but somehow the bond formed with Alora is visible to you as you look through this monocle.
And so he's going to notice this. He's going to take note of this. And with the minimal time remaining, he's going to very slowly and methodically look around the bar.
As you look around the bar, you see you're getting some attention. The chicken, the crow, the dialogue, a half-orc woman, this huge jaw that's been slammed onto the bar. But you notice a white-haired woman emerge from the corner of the tavern. And as she comes forward, her hands tremble, and she holds up a finger toward Alora and Rizia. And she seems to be terrified. And she points an accusing finger toward Rizia.
She'll pick. Is that the old lady? Please tell me it's the same old lady.
You haven't seen her yet. He was the one looking around. You've got that stout drink, so you're sort of engrossed in what's before you.
Turn. The first thing she would actually do is turn to Alora to check for poison because we just came from Relasta, so she ain't nobody's fool anymore.
Okay.
So she turns to Alora to detect poison.
And Alora will use the detect poison cantrip to see if there is any poison in this drink.
I'm so sorry I've traumatized this party so badly.
Drama.
The nickname of the dead was so well said.
So much poison.
All right, so I would like to reunite the party, but I don't want to force this. Anaho and no, you guys did not. No, you stayed where you are. All right, fine. So, all right, back.
And so with Teliadir seeing this woman pointing, he will just push his cloak behind and walk directly towards her.
What I noticed where he's walking to?
Yeah. So
You see
he turns.
If she sees her, then she'll beeline it too. She'll pick up that jaw quicker than she just scoops it off the thing and throws it over her shoulder again.
What have you done? What have you done?
I've killed the beast like you asked. Now give me my extra time, like you said you could. Your beast is dead.
No. It cannot be. It was...
Well, it can be. It's here. Here's the jaw. You want to go see it for yourself? Go walk down the path. It's there.
That stupid, foolish girl. How could she have done this?
What girl?
You see she drops her head. Tears begin streaming down. She is clearly grieving.
What girl?
There was a small child, and we must go to break. All right, so we go to break there with Blue Box. We have a giveaway tonight. Oh, by the way, I mean it's a fun night tonight, but we have some huge giveaways.
Say the S word, I swear.
I'm using the Book of Taverns tonight for the Witch's Teat. This is one of many taverns here. We're going to give this as a giveaway tonight from Canadian Ancient Gamer. I have another copy of this. I love this. You all know this is one of my favorite books. I want to thank all the players, and this is our lowest GHA crowd probably ever. on the stream, but I'm just assuming that's because everyone is on planes, trains, and automobiles getting here to be for Blue Box Con this weekend. We're going to have a great time, and I cannot wait. I'm just feeling so good in this new stretchy Blue Box hoodie. Terry, you know you love it. Almost as much as I love your hair. Your hair is just, man, you have crushed it lately. Like, you just look gloriously amazing. And right sound, yeah, just under 50. Yeah, but we're normally at 80, 90, up to 100 on Tuesday nights. But I'm sure it's just because everyone is on their way to Blue Box Con. So we will be right back after the break. We'll leave the mics hot, and we will see what this old woman has to say. Blue Box will be right back.
I often swear if she
trick me.
I swear to
I swear
No, because you're dead.
Yeah.
we're just gonna kill the city.
Kill the city. You're going to kill the city, the entire city.
Yeah, we're setting it all on
100%.
fire.
This whole side of Orth just needs to
Burn Orth.
be wiped off the map.
I can't believe you guys killed the protecting beast of this
Yeah, like
town.
It was a friendly beast. You don't even know its name yet.
Tahoe told you so, but
Yeah.
Told us so.
Said to help the lady. Did you not?
Jerry said, "Burn it down."
The beast attacked
not
me
really.
first. I wasn't around to see it, but like Rasmus is pretty neutral. He's willing to go either route. If we killing people, Rasmus is down. Rasmus is down to clown murder, baby.
Putin on your side.
Yeah, I got Rasputin.
And you guys in your party splits, you're killing me with your party splits. You really are.
Weren't
We're
you saying
really
that we
good
should
at it.
stop and help her?
He was
Did you
making a
not?
very clear point to Rasmus
That what? That we have a choice to
that
help
we
or don't help.
that we will not help.
Rasmus just really wanted to help.
Rasmus really wanted to help, and Navajo was
Rasmus
making
wanted
the
to help.
point.
Oh.
Yeah.
If this goes
Oh,
poorly,
it's
they're
Miss
never helping anybody again.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
That the
We
group
tried to
will
help
not
Spider.
So true.
Nah.
The betrayal.
This is great because we could become the dark campaign. We could become the villains in this.
Not Talia, dear. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
not Talia, dear, we're
Not
killing him.
Rizia, because she will
But-
die before.
Yeah.
Talia, dear.
Not
Unfortunately, it will not be helping you raise a town.
And that was RAZE, not RAISE. No, Phantom. In fairness, no, I am not. No, that's not true at all. I do not kill them during party splits.
Get evil.
Consequences occur during party splits.
Druids can literally
can't.
not be evil at all.
Well, not like
they are
evil,
true
evil,
neutral.
but like
Can
if
you-
people are coming in burning, like think.
Wait, druids are what? Say it again, Alora. Druids are what?
Druids are true.
True neutral. Yes.
Neutral
So-
does not like you don't have to be.
You can do evil acts, but it all is about the balance, maintaining
Yes.
the balance.
Exactly.
You
Raiding a
can kill
city is
things,
about
but
the
you
balance.
have to.
Raiding a city could be maintaining balance.
So can Alora use speak
Yes.
with animals on Teledeer?
He's not an
Talia,
animal.
dear's a half elf.
No, but
No,
it's all in the name.
yeah, he's a deer.
Talia, dear. I get it. It's Talia, dear.
Yeah, tell
Talia.
a deer.
No,
Talia.
Talia.
Oh, it's when you
I
own
hear
a
the
deer,
same thing.
so it's tell you deer.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so go
I cannot
Talia,
wait till
dear.
my raven plucks out your eyeballs
Perfect.
because Baudel will do that.
See, Baudel can
Yeah,
take one of his eyes.
no,
No
we'll
one can
kill
take the other one. That one's already gone.
do it. Send your raven on me. I dare you.
Yeah, let's do it.
If he
We're
sends
eating
his raven on you, he'll just carry you away. You're so small.
Oh, so small. You've got the enlarge potion still. So
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
if an eagle tries to scoop an aho up, it's like no.
It's like the Oregon Trail. Now who's
Yeah.
the kid that gets
Oh.
carried off first
That
thing?
game's horrible.
Oh,
So hard. It's not meant to be won.
Talia, dear.
Yeah, I still hear the same thing.
The sales.
Both Pat and I said it almost at the same time. Although Pat 66, I did beat you to the punch. That tell you a deer sounds like tell a deer. Although maybe you're more of the romantic, and you're just talking about your like loved one.
oh, tell my deer. Like
Yeah.
tell you deer.
yeah,
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 I get that. I can see it.
yeah. Tell you a deer. You know, the messenger, basically, right? He's a messenger boy. Carrie left, didn't hear the punch. Josh is drinking water.
Sorry, I thought it was funny. I was just drinking water. I'm trying to.
Vivi could care less.
I'm
Vivi
doing
just loves
something
us.
right
and
now.
different-
You'll
yeah,
see it in a minute.
we're making plans for when she's going to be staying at my cousin's place.
I just can't wait for. Oh. You guys go ahead. Hey, is he coming again this year?
Sadly, no.
Why?
He's
no.
so he's going to be in Texas for a concert. So it's literally just going to be Vivi and I.
Oh. Just the two of us. We can make
Just-
it. Just the two of us.
Segue
You
away
and,
from that.
Okay, wait,
Sorry.
segue? What are we segueing?
Yeah,
Well, not a
I've never
segue
written on a
itself, because
segue.
I have one. So they're not that amazing.
Never
Anyways.
willing to do it. It's terrible.
What were you saying?
What the farts? Why does it keep doing this?
Yeah, what's up with them farts?
I can't
Sorry,
wait for us
that's
to
because I
travel
have
south,
children
Josh.
and I cannot swear, so I usually say "what the farts." It's just become a thing where I did it in front of my kids, and now I just use it generally all the
What the
time. now.
fluff?
What the fluff? What the farts? Same thing.
Yo, guys, I can use thoughts and prayers as I'm up for a possible job that could be incredible.
They exist in California?
Yeah, hey man, I so this job I might be able to start selling mocap stuff.
What's mocap?
What is that?
Motion capture suits.
Oh.
So, like
Whoa!
yeah, so that's a
cool.
job I could be working soon, and that would be incredible not only for
Can you give
money,
me one?
but
Money,
also,
money, money, money,
but also
money.
for you know, what's it called? Where you meet other people.
Networking?
Networking. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Oh, Honeybee
awesome.
Grafter. Hello.
Hey,
It's been
hey.
a while.
Josh, with,
Yes?
with your motion censored suit, that was really hard to say.
Yeah, that was rough.
When you network,
Yeah.
are
You
there
can
no wires attached?
Oh gosh.
Doesn't it have a last name?
I am sad I don't get to mute people
Is it
or
not
kick
known?
them from.
He hasn't given it yet.
It's
Oh.
one of my favorite things.
Helia Deer.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
boiled
tell your deer.
down Terry that what he is a messenger boy because he needs to go tell the deer, like, you know, the spouse or the loved one or whoever.
Yeah,
He's
go
just a
tell your
messenger
deer.
boy.
Yeah, like, hey, let's have dinner next Tuesday. I don't know. I need to ask the wife.
Yeah,
Hey,
go tell the deer.
hey, yo, tell your dear.
Yeah.
That's awful, you guys. You guys are usually pretty good. I'm gonna tell you that one was awful.
I'll say, come on,
I don't think so.
Padras.
You know, I've learned,
Maybe,
Josh,
but we don't talk about it.
I've learned the trick to my jokes now.
What is
It
it?
doesn't
Same
work
to me,
he-
and I'll laugh at.
Well, that works too, but it doesn't work because we're on webcam, right?
Yeah.
But when in the same room as someone, everyone out there that likes bad, lame jokes, I don't think they're bad, but dry jokes, whatever. Here's the trick. Let your awkwardness be your enjoyment. And what I mean by that, I have
Oh,
a
heck
coworker. I have a coworker at work that I do this with now that I've figured this out. I say the joke, don't explain it. Old bad story there. Anyways, don't explain it. Just tell the joke, and then just grin and look at them, stare at them into their soul. And then they feel so awkward they laugh anyways.
Yeah, it's great. I love forcing laughter.
Yes.
Like, that's why I only do one-person comedy shows, because I just sit across from them staring deeply into their eyes and soul until they laugh.
And if you need a good chuckle yourself, just look at the mirror.
Yeah.
That's always awkward.
I just look at my life, because it's a joke.
Well, you did move to California.
You should have come to Tennessee. I'm telling you, you
I
messed
would.
up.
Thousands of people leave and you go.
I know. Hey,
You know, like when
and that's
Moses
great.
takes everyone out of Egypt, you're the one walking the other way.
Yes, I'm literally the one Hebrew that's like, come on, guys.
You just hit him with a biblical condemnation,
Come on.
Rory. Wow, that's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's been rough. Like, oh, it's so expensive out here. I love it out here, but it's just
$6
so
a
expensive.
gallon.
Oh no, I wish. Sometimes it's $6.80
Oof.
per gallon. And thankfully, I have a Costco membership, so I got it the other day, which was incredible for $5.11.
Oh wow.
And I was so happy. I was so happy to find it that much.
That means this little.
Josh, you're a little taller than 5'11".
Yeah, get out of here.
I have no
freaking
idea
baby.
how much that means. If that means a lot or not.
There's a lot of
Do it in
money.
gallons over here.
Okay, so we do have a giveaway tonight.
Maple
This
syrup bottles.
Yes.
Peters.
Maple syrup. Yes, thank you.
So we have a Book of Taverns giveaway tonight. I have 2 of these, so this is not the one I'm giving away. I have another one here. Canadian Ancient Gamer gives these. This Book of Taverns has all kinds of ideas. So Vane Roberts' Chain, that is in this book. The Witch's Teat is in this book. Evelyn, I knew you would love that, and I don't even look at Vivi right now because I know Vivi is just losing it.
Come on, Evelyn.
But
You're so immature.
the Witch's Teat, so I didn't make it up.
And I'm being blamed for something.
It's a great book. Like every DM needs this book. The Book of Taverns is so much fun. Thank you again, Canadian Ancient Gamer, and thank you to all. Now, we're a mess tonight. No. I'm a mess tonight. We got the entire Blue Box Con kicking off this weekend. So much prep is happening here. We're moving everything around the house, furniture, decorations, planning, the TTE site, all getting, and Mike Disney's going to be here teaching painting. Chuck from Troll Lord Games is going to be here. We've got all of our sponsor support is incredible. One thing we also have this weekend. Are you ready, Terry?
What is it?
Terry, you don't look ready. Are you ready?
I don't.
I was muted.
handle
Oh my god,
this.
I'm ready.
Ooh.
Dinosaurs are awesome.
We have mystical unicorn mandas, dinosaurs, each which have adoption papers.
Aww.
So you will be able to, if you're here this weekend, you can pick up one of these. They're so big, they're so cuddly, they're so cute. Look at that! Look at this little. Ah! All right, you love that. You know you do.
Execution papers. What?
Yeah, I literally, as I was putting my headphones back on, I didn't hear adoption, I heard execution papers. So I was like, okay, that's the type of con we're going into. Let's do it.
Josh, you just gave me a great idea. Let me write that down. I think that is amazing. Execution
So Josh is
papers.
getting murdered in
Hey,
a
is there-
cultish
Josh, stop
fashion.
giving the DM ideas.
Yeah,
You're gonna kill a player.
execution papers. That is awesome.
Can you guys tell me if this is a Canadian thing or if this is a thing that you guys do? Like, there was a lot of like fundraisers and stuff like that where you could put somebody in jail, and it like to raise money. So you would put somebody in jail, and you could pay to like put somebody in quote unquote jail.
Mm-hmm.
They don't pay to get out,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
or like
I
for a certain time. I can't remember what the heck it was
Please.
or how it worked.
someone put me in jail. I beg of you. Take me away.
Take me.
Calgon.
Me away.
Anyone know Calgon?
Mm-hmm.
Am I that old? No one else knows Calgon? You do, Evelyn?
Calagon.
Yeah.
So what was Calgon, Evelyn? Let me test you. Yeah, take your time.
She's
Take your time.
eating.
I'm chewing.
You
Yeah,
literally asked her, but she just took a bite.
I mean, I remember the commercials that play the "Take Me Away" song, but
Yeah, exactly. So it would be like typically a woman, like a mom or whatever. She would lay down in a bathtub and she would drop the Calgon in the tub and say, "Calgon, take me away." And that is, I think, what our chat's saying tonight. All right.
Let's do this.
All right, let's jump into it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. And
Oh, this is taking me forever, but I'm almost done. Whew.
you! And the bony finger points at you, Rizia. What have you done to Gommond? Is that Gommond? And she points at the jaw that you're kind of pulling back over your shoulder.
You said the beast was attacking the town. I killed the beast. And if I killed the beast, you would give me extra time.
All right, make an intimidation check, please.
Ooh, yes.
Let's kill her.
And she's covered in blood.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, she's like blood with tear tracks, huge
I
jaw.
rolled 13, however, the plus 10 to intimidation.
So 23
3, and then I don't know, plus blood.
plus blood, yes. Her hands tremble. I have made a terrible mistake.
So can you give me that time or not?
And with that, Teliadir, who's standing right next to her,
Yeah.
looks at Rizia. What kind of time are you trying to get?
And she where are you? To her left, to her right?
To your left.
Okay, so she'll just pull her hand, pull her sleeve down to reveal the glyph on her hand, not turning her body towards you, just looking straight at the old woman. She'll just pull her hand out like this.
And as she does, you see a glyph, which is a sort of a cursive, almost calligraphy D on the back of her hand that glows green, but has about now a third of the letter diminished on her, the back of her hand.
That does not seem like a positive thing.
That's a good observation.
So he'll look at the old lady. So you are going to give her some more time for her doing this good deed?
Not a good deed. He would never have hurt us. It was a ruse. He simply snapped the.
Calm down, my dear. Calm down.
He was my friend, and the little girl. She pricked my hand. As she came through, she pricked my hand and told me if I did not compel, I would die. And I think I'm going to die now.
Well, you and me both. And then she'll just turn on her heel, and then she'll look at Alora and she'll be like, well, that was a waste of time. Should we go to the others?
Wait. I don't want to die.
Why would you die?
She holds up her hand. It's wrinkled, withered, whitened skinned, and you can see there's a black sort of prick mark right here on the wrist. The little girl. She struck me here and told me if I did not call you. She specifically mentioned, well, the one who's dead now. And the two who are not with you. But you. She looks at you, Laura. You were mentioned. And you. Rizia. You were mentioned.
This little girl, what did she look like?
Before the old lady talks, she'll look to Alora. It's obviously the spider. Who else would do something like that?
Yes, it sounds like her methods.
The what? She was, she holds up her hand, like, a little above her hip, and is furtively looking around, like, clearly concerned about what's happening here. And she says, this tall woman here, she spoke to me kindly, and then pricked me when I was... and bade me call my aid.
Yes, it does sound like the spider. She's not a girl.
No, but she was. She was.
She
And you see
appears a child,
her hand.
but
Her hands
she's
are
not in
as she
fact
speaks
a
to you.
child.
I want you to. So her hands are trembling as she speaks to you. Like you can see, whatever poison has been ingested into her is already taking effect. Her hands are trembling. Oh, no,
Laura, there's nothing we can do for her. I don't have anything to heal her.
Well, perhaps I can.
If you want to help her, by all means, but we need to get going. I don't have much time.
I know. Give me a moment. And Laura will begin doing the motions with her hands as she did. And Rizia would recognize this because this is what she did when she helped Rizia's ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And so she reaches out and the vines begin to wrap around the wounded spot on this woman's wrist, and she casts Lesser Restoration. So the vines take hold, and as they glow green and warm for a moment, and then shrivel up and wither away, crumble away.
As you do this, she shakes. Her hands tremble. How can I aid you? How can I?
Unless you can give us more time, you're wasting my time.
Your nature woman has given me more time. I can give you more time, and I will. She holds out a trembling hand towards you, Rizia.
And she'll bring her arm out.
She touches the back of your palm.
She removes the sigil from you, and you're free.
I would.
Please. Free us.
Her hand snaps back.
Yeah.
You see the sigil has been reset fully. So now the entire D calligraphy has been reset, and she staggers back. Thank you, Chaosic. Thank you. Oh, got a hype train. Let's go. She staggers back. But he's gone. He's gone. She points at the jaw.
Sorry about your... Sorry. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, there's no way of bringing him back. For whatever tricks was played. He killed a friend of ours.
She looks. I see 3 of your party not here.
Yes, he killed Taldar, the other barbarian who was with us.
The big one?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I never meant for this. She rubs the prick on her hand again.
I do not blame you for your actions. You were compelled. But for now, we have what we need. So thank you. And Alora will turn and begin to walk toward the door.
Rizia will follow Alora this time for the first time. And she'll stop just before she leaves the door, and she'll turn around and look at Teliadir. She'll just look over to him and kind of nod up. Where are you off to?
I'm off on some sort of adventure. I think I'll be following behind you to see what happens next.
I'll come then. We're
I
heading
just recommend you watching your neck. We've had a little bit of unfortunate circumstances surrounding us on this adventure so far. And Alora will continue on.
Oh, I love her so much.
Teliadir will Take a moment to look at the older woman standing there.
I've not seen you before.
And you may not see me again. And take care of yourself. And he turns and walks out.
And he walks out. All right, let's go.
Noted that Rizzy is also still she stole the mug of she just walked into the tavern with the mug, like she did not turn back.
All right, so I move too fast sometimes. So anything else inside this tavern, I will say the name one more time. The Witch's Teat, only because it is true and is in the Book of Taverns, which will be given away tonight.
Legitimate question: does
Yes.
the Witch's Teat have melons?
Did you just eyebrow waggle?
That eyebrow waggle was so epic. Let's go, Vivi. Yes.
That should be a fate chip, right?
It is. I need that emoji. Can someone help me with the emoji? I need the eyebrow go. That's. No.
Do it. I have to.
Yeah, you do, and you did well. You did well. Oh, thank you, Scott. Obsidian Wrist, thank you so much.
Okay, so
we got a level 5 hype train. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Thank you so much.
Another
Actually,
plus
did
one,
have a
John.
+1 from like in the very beginning of the stream. I
Yeah.
don't know if you missed that.
He's
okay.
at +2.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
At
that.
least that +5.
Rizia will go to the to ask for food. She's gonna try to bring some food, like warm food back. We've been eating rations for a long time. For everyone.
What do you got against rations?
All right.
How much is it?
+4
+4 for what?
hit point benefit from that.
Oh. No, no. How much was the food for if I wanted to buy food for everybody?
Oh, I'm sorry. So yes.
So
Well,
take the
it's night. No, you can't. It's night here in the town. So there's no store open.
No food.
Nope.
I'd say you guys stay there the whole day.
Oh, see, how far away is it from where we need to go now? Like how many days travel?
Well,
Because I have 30 days now, right? It's refreshed.
yeah. So pull back out here. You're in Farland. Still in the Great Kingdom. You have to get to the northern kingdoms, which Taldar was more familiar with. Taldar was the excellent guide. You are a barbarian as well, Rizia, but you were more from the western lands and western northlands. He was from the eastern northlands.
Okay.
And yeah, it seems you have more time, but still very challenging.
Would and you said it's evening now, correct? Or like late tonight? Still
Yeah,
evening?
like early evening. Yes.
Early evening. I guess Rizzy would go around and look for any sort of transportation that she can get to kind of expedite this trip a little bit. Go around town, see if there's anything she can find or procure.
Well, so again here in this area, you are still well inland, so no ships can be gathered here.
Okay.
And so in Farland, horses and carriages, which you already have horses.
Okay. Is Taldar's horse still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. Yeah. Then let's go. We'll go back and meet with the rest of the group.
%140% of a level 5 hype train. Thank you so much, guys. It's going to be so much fun after the con and during the con. It's going to get much better and better and better and better. But yes, as you exit the tavern, the old woman clutches her hand. She looks at you. You still have the jaw, right? Of the yeah, right? Okay.
Well, she like, does she want it? Is she looking at it? Like, she
Yeah, she is. She's she is. Yeah, she's
evidence than anything.
no. She's like she. You see, she seems to want it, but she's not going to fight you for it. Clearly, she's afraid of you.
If I can see her eyeballing it, she'll just be like, "Do you want this? I have no use for it."
It was not his fault. He was kind. He never hurt a soul in the city. He broke the gates for show. But when that little child came, the one you call the spider, he had no choice.
As much. I didn't have a choice either. Unfortunately, you're not the only victim of the spider.
The child is a spider.
Her name is a spider. And she is no child, as you can tell.
No, she is a child. The belly.
No, I was fooled just as well. She stole all my gold and then poisoned me, much like you. So,
Where? Here? In Farland?
in Relastra.
Relastra?
And like, she's kind of fighting the urge because she just wants to like GTFO, but like, she did give her extra time, so she's like, all right, fine. So it's a very reluctant, and she's biting her tongue a lot of her crassness. So, yeah. We left Relastra. She was there.
The child was not a child. Then what was she then? So small, so diminutive, so kind until.
I have no answers for you.
Her head drops.
And then she takes the jaw and like places on the floor by her. Thank you for giving me the extra time. It's much needed. And she'll turn and she'll walk out.
As you turn to walk out, you see Ezla picks up the broken, heavily bloodied, severed jaw of her erstwhile companion. Henrietta clutched to the chest of Alora, the crow, there with Teliar. And she holds this jaw to her chest, and you hear the sobbing weeps. You're outside now, the tavern. You leave the Witch's Teat. I had to say that one more time for Piffy.
No melons though. No melons at the Witch's Teat. Just letting y'all know what's going on.
No. You leave the Witch's Teat and you head back on the road. And there is a somnolence, a somberness, a sadness.
As we're walking, Teliadir will ask Rizia, so tell me a bit about this. A friend of yours that passed.
He's gone. What does it matter? She's walking forward, like not turning. If you're talking to her as we're walking, she's not going to turn towards you. She's just walking straight.
Well, was he a longtime friend of yours?
You seem oddly curious for somebody who wants to adventure with us. And I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Well, I'll begin with an apology, but also, I am a very curious person. I have been traveling for some time, and people and what they do and how they do interests me.
Fair. And she'll keep walking. In memory of Taldar.
Alora, you're there as well, and you see this. You know Rizia is walking Taldar style.
And Teledier will then shift his focus, still walking, and to Alora. And you, my dear, were you a longtime friend of this person?
No, not as long as Rizia was, of course. They knew each other before I met them. But he was a friend.
And he passed away in battle.
He was viciously slaughtered on the road.
That is unfortunate.
Viciously slaughtered? Really?
There was a pool of blood.
Was he at least protecting people?
More or less.
And these other two that the old lady talked about, were they with you during this time?
Yes, they helped as well.
I see.
There was also a shrubbery and a tree that helped.
Are those traveling with you as well?
No, trees can't walk. They're rooted to the ground.
Where I come from, trees usually can't fight either.
Well, that's why you use a bit of magic to get them to help, of course.
Did they at least have their own choice in the fight? Or were they forced?
I don't force anything to do anything they don't want to do. I just ask for their aid.
Very good. Very good. And while he's walking and listening, especially to the last thing that Alora said, he will pull out a small leather-bound journal and write a couple notes in it, and then slip it back onto one of the leather straps that runs across his body.
As we're walking, Rizzy is a little bit ahead of the two. She'll turn to Alora. Alora, perhaps you should give our new friend there a flower. Maybe the same one that you gave to Rasmus.
That is a good point.
And she pulls another begonia.
Here you are.
And the reason for the flower?
She gives them to everybody. I have one. And she'll between her it's almost like starting to crust over a little bit because she's still drenched in blood, but she'll put her hand in between her armor and she'll pull out a pressed flower. The edges are just kind of lightly have blood on it a little bit just from being trenchal down poured on it, and she'll just kind of hold it up and then put it back in.
You'll smell it and hold it up to his raven's nose.
The raven taps and then tickles your earlobe.
Interesting.
You seem very clever. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
And he gives his smile. Possibly.
Hmm.
And as you walk in, he's going to actually kind of look at it as they continue walking to wherever that they are going.
All right. So it's about 30, 40 minutes later, and you see a dim firelight and hear the neighing of horses. And there are several steeds and a pony that are new to you, Toledo. And as you approach toward them, there is a turning Rasmus and Anaho. You hear footsteps. You see familiar faces, Elora, and of course, Rizia. But there is a newcomer in their midst walking towards you, and a crow sits atop his shoulder.
Oh, Raven.
I was like, is it a crow or
Raven, come on, same thing. Yeah.
Is
Raven.
it clear enough to see that?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting close to dawn now, so it's sort of the late part of the evening. Dawn probably just around the corner, but Elora walking, clutching Henrietta, who clucks a bit, and this new member following with them, Rizia, still covered in blood, tear streaked. They come approaching, and you see she no longer has the head of the manticore.
Before that point, John, did I/Rasputin find any creatures within the shattered remains of the timbers?
So as Rasputin searched, he found a dead possum and several corpses of birds that had been slain by predators, but nothing more.
Nothing injured or anything?
Nope.
Okay. If the birds are not long dead, he can start preparing the bodies, even though little fillets, very tiny fillets.
Yep.
Start cutting those up, throwing them aside. He's already fed the horses, given them feed and such, and so you'll smell the smell of meat, but no meat to be found.
And you walk up and you see this, and Rasputin, you can, Rasmus, give a description of what you look like and then what Rasputin looks like as he's moving between the trees, because are they still seeing him, or have you pulled him back?
Oh, no, I would have pulled
He already pulled back. All right, so.
Yeah. So Rasmus is sitting there in kind of cream color tunic, or not tunic, but like long sleeve shirt with the open of his chest with the different lace between, or what's it called, twine or whatever between it. It's kind of laying bare open. You see a little bit of dark veins just by the left side of his neck, and then he's got scarring by his lips and his cheek, and then the dark kind of white cataract like eye. And he's got a glove, or like white cataract eye on his right side, and then a glove on his right hand, and then his left hand's kind of tending the fire, and bed rolls out, so he's just laying there with his brown pants and his brown boots.
You walk up and you see this. It's a, especially for you, Teliadar, it's a strange sight. You see several horses, a pony, a halfling that looks mistrustful as he walks among them, and then this human that is described as Josh just did, even though he still showed up as Kristen on my stream, and they look over at you.
You're next to the fire, right, Josh?
Yeah, he's
Right.
kind of by the fire by their animals.
And Telio Deer will just walk straight to the fire, plop himself down on the ground, look at you. Hello there. You must be one of their companions?
We found this one in the tavern.
There we go. So yes, I am one of the tagalongs, and it's good to see a new one.
Very nice.
He actually begins to reach into one of his satchels, and he'll begin to pull out a flower, a pressed flower that if you have already gotten yours, it is a begonia. As he pulls it out and kind of, I'm going to assume that this goes to you now as the newbie. As he
And he'll hold up the one that Alora already gave. It seems
perfect.
I've been given one.
I've been wondering what are we known as, like the begonias? Is that kind of the name that you were going for, or is he's going to be kind of talking to Alora?
No,
Cool. And then he'll look back towards wherever Anaho is.
he has a talking bird, by the way.
Is that something I need to be worried about? Do we need to eat it?
I would prefer you choose not to do that. I do not believe that Baudel would appreciate being a meal, nor would she likely allow it. And he looks at Baudel. Would you, Baudel? And the raven looks back down at me and shakes his head.
Good to know. I'm still kind of looking through for Anaho wherever the heck he's scampered off to.
I'm not overly far away. I'm noticeably
Close.
Yeah.
Rizzy will walk over to Anaho. What are you doing, Anaho, as she walks up?
And you see the tear-streaked cheeks and the blood all over her, no longer having the jaw of the manticore, and she approaches you, Anaho.
I suppose waiting to see if you were going to return.
I wasn't sure myself. She kind of takes the seat down, just so that she's not like looking down at you. So I found that old woman.
Did you? And how did that work out?
Are you talking loud about this?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah,
okay,
loud
okay.
enough. Yeah, she's not being quiet at all. She's just sitting.
Yeah,
like,
Rasmus,
just
you're
talking normal
you're
voice.
right
Yeah.
there. So yeah.
Okay.
It didn't go as I expected it to go, but apparently the spider was there too. She also got tricked by the spider.
And poisons.
Oh yes, and poisoned. Yep. Thanks to Alora, she's no longer poisoned, and I have more time. And she holds up her glyph, and you can see like the whole thing has been filled.
Hey.
It is good to see that you have more time.
I mean, you look like crap and you smell like it too, but it's good to see you're not dead yet.
Doesn't
Yes.
smell like excrement. It's more very metallic smell.
Mm-hmm.
Telio
I
Deer
would
looks
have
at Rizzy.
to, I
Oh,
would
go
have
ahead.
to disagree with the smell of entrails and the smell of open saliva that would have splashed upon her from the open mouth. Not enjoyable.
No. It is perhaps time, Rizia. We are the only two here from the start. But perhaps a time to bathe.
Excuse me. Excuse
Who
me.
is he?
We found him in the tavern.
Found him in the tavern. You go to taverns and bring back strange men.
Well, I know a certain someone who would.
Phelan! And Millie.
Who is he that he is here with us?
Well, he has a talking bird, and he seems to know things, and he speaks a lot of languages.
He does speak languages, eh?
Yes.
Interesting. Erasmus, you ready for some fun?
Rasmus looks over at him with the most like, don't you cluck and dare. Looking at Henrietta, then looking at him, just don't you cluck and dare.
Henrietta just like she just gently scratches Alora's shoulder and snuggles close to her. Her feathers fluff up, and she just looks adorably cute as she snuggles next to Alora.
Are you trying to say something? Talia, dear.
Indeed. I see that. Well, I noticed earlier you
Are covered in blood?
disheveled, exactly. And I was wondering if you'd like that taken care of.
I mean, I could care less, but everybody else seems to care, so
It
go
doesn't
for
bother
it.
me, just
Oh.
to note.
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah.
It simply brings unwanted attention.
Oh, sure. What you got?
And with that, he will move his hands and speak and prestidigitation you.
Just want my shiny too.
And now, see, you look much less disheveled.
And as he does this, you see suddenly all of the grime of the road and the travel, everything sort of dissipates and is gone, and you feel pristine and clean.
As he does this, as he shows his aptitude, because I think prestidigitation is like 5 foot by 5 foot space or something like that, or
10-foot range.
Oh, perfect. Oh.
Yeah.
1 foot cube each round.
Yes.
So 1 foot cube.
So
each
as he's kind of doing the whole cleaning process, Rasmus will be like, okay, and he'll pop up detect magic and just look across him.
You clearly see there is an arcane power coming from this newcomer.
But I'm going for that deeper. I'm looking at each accent of magic upon his person.
Yeah, you sense this, exactly what he's cast, what he's done. Thank you, Mike Disney, for the raid 34. And of course, Mike Disney will be here with us this weekend. I'm so excited. I'm a basket case right now. I can't wait for this weekend. It's going to be so much fun. And also, I have geek alert here. I have a new graphic card coming tomorrow. A 3090 is going to arrive here tomorrow. I'm going to pull out the two 2070 Supers that I have because I want to run 4K Tailspire with everything, no stuttering. That's going to happen hopefully tomorrow night. I'm going to do that.
And I'll take the old one off your hands. So
Yeah, I'm going to sell them. I'm going to sell them.
I feel bad for you.
Sorry, geek stuff. But yes. You see this. Go ahead.
By now, seeing Erasmus cast a few spells and some up close, Erasmus, do you have like a tail that I would know that you just probably did something?
It's usually having to do with something upon his right side.
Right.
And so it's something that stems from that sort of, at least what you've seen, connection to Rasputin. You see like the shadows or like the veins grow more, but especially whenever he's doing anything sight-based, it's his whole right eye, instead of being that white cataract, it just completely goes black.
Fair to say I can't pick up on this.
Let's see, what is casting quote verbal and somatic? Yeah, I'd say he'd probably go to scratch his face. And you see on one of the times he closes the eye, and the next time it opens, and it's completely black. And he's just got a very serious expression on as he looks across Talia Diagador.
So, Rizia becomes clean. Teledier, obviously, very showboating his ways. Rasmus, subtle cues, but been around him. And Anaho will just walk up. Very nice. Oh, more of you like that. Very nice. Good job. Good. Like somewhat condescending. At least the way it would seem. Very good. Now, tell it, dear. How many languages do you?
It's Telia, dear.
Yes. How many languages do you speak?
I've heard so much.
A few here and there.
A few, okay. So do you speak this one? And he'll go in common.
Of course.
Good to know. How about this one? And he'll move into, what's my next one? Elvish? Elven.
Ah.
So like common Elven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Of course I do.
And he responds in the same with perfect dialect. Almost, the eruditeness is stunning. It's like it's so clear and clean as he speaks it back to you.
And how about this one? And he'll roll into halfling.
And he'll pause for a second. No, unfortunately, and he's continuing in Elven. Unfortunately, that is not a language I've come across yet.
That is what I thought. And how about this one? And he'll
Wait,
just,
are you still in Havling when you say that, or?
He'll say that in Elvish because that's how he.
Okay, so you switch back. All right.
Yep. And then how about this one? And he'll just utter a short phrase and just "O kula kasamana mako shakata."
What language is it? Oh, it's not just saying random words. He will respond.
I don't know if you know that one or not.
Discord him.
Undercommon.
Discord him, Rory, please. Yeah.
He will respond to Undercommon to see if you can speak that.
So you understood what he said.
Okay. It seems I do speak that as well, my friend.
No, Klingon, no. No
Now,
Klingon.
If you're done testing me, may I continue with the other languages that I know for you?
If
So
you
John, I sent you a message.
find that necessary.
And he begins speaking in a language that sounds similar to Elven, but not the same.
Oh, I know that one.
Ah, very good.
Yes, it is common language.
That's
I don't know if you know.
tiny.
Do you know that one, Rory? It's Sylvan. No? Okay.
No, but Anaho is saying, but he's not saying he does, but he's not saying he
Right.
doesn't either.
And then he'll finish in one that I don't think anyone else knows. And it comes out almost ancient and guttural in sounds, almost like roaring at times. I see. Then he'll switch back to common. I see. No one quite understands that one yet. That's-
Looks like you speak languages like your personalities. A little bit fancy and very not understood.
I like to be prepared for what I encounter, and I've encountered quite some bits.
Interesting. You like to be prepared.
Indeed.
Would you, I'll pull out my dagger? Like to go about a little round. Mr. Prepared.
I do not fight with my hands when I can avoid it. I use other means when possible.
Unable to is what you mean.
It could very well be what I mean. And his smile never leaves his face.
How about this? We fight at a range. I have. Would you?
And he looks at the other ones. When you met each of these, did you fight them as well?
Yes, and they'll prove themselves well.
You shouldn't tell lies. No. It's unkind.
You should have seen that fight that me and Anaho had.
No,
I've heard that Anaho hid in a corner during a fight, in fact.
Just because one hides does not mean they are not effective. As he's oiling the drawstring of his crossbow.
Do not believe hiding is what I was doing. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I know, but you were there.
And you
It's
didn't
just
defend
what I
him.
heard.
And there was a slight, like, break in his demeanor.
Yeah, and Rizia just sits there chuckling, like she's just chuckling. She's just like, I didn't say nothing.
No, you're in this now, Rizia.
Yeah.
Defend me, Mom.
How did I get
Come
involved
on.
in this? I'm just sitting
Yeah,
here.
just-
You're the mom of the party now. Come on.
Yeah.
Why did I become the mom of the party?
So,
I'm just looking for melons. That's my real question.
Exactly. That's it. Come on.
so
Besides,
about it.
haven't
I mean-
you had enough death in this party already? I know.
Oh, I didn't say I'd kill him. I'd make him come close, but I will not kill him.
But he looks so delicate.
I know, like a flower.
And he holds up the begonia in his hand. Like one of these.
Yes.
You should never underestimate a flower.
Oh, I do not underestimate a flower. Just that
Look,
they are
Rasmus,
delicate.
it's the same one as yours.
Yeah, and literally, he already compared flowers with him. He's like, oh, yours is bigger than mine. Just kind of put it away. Like,
Tellidir looks at Anaho. So I am to assume you're the leader of this band?
it goes Rizia as the main leader, and then Anaho is second in command.
Oh.
And Rizzy is doing just that as he's talking. She's shaking her head and nodding, and she's going to point right at Rasmus. She's like,
Rasmus has actually proven himself to be a very good leader.
I am very no. I do not wish to take any sort of anything of this. Rizia and Anaho seem to know what the hell is going on.
the only thing that's going on is I have this damn glyph on my hand, and I need to go get something before
And
it runs
being
out,
she
or
is
I'm going to
like-
die.
And being she is likely to die next. Yes. Yes. However you want to phrase it. We are heading north.
And
You know
time is
that-
not on our side.
No, that is not.
Speaking of which, sorry, Anaho and Tillador.
Tellidir.
Eliador.
Sorry about
Eliador.
It's gonna take a minute, Terry. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Rizia. So you're to say that once again the spider is already ahead of us. Would it not be best to not track them all the way to the whatever region, but like slightly outside of it to a point that we would be able to observe and then just set a trap for them, since they're going for the same item we are, and since he's going to point at your D, since it's already been refilled, you're not waning, and you have a lot more time than they do.
True.
Eh,
And that is a very good point that you make as the leader of this group.
I'm talking to the
And
leader.
she's-
That is why I'm
and she
asking for the
smirks.
strategy.
She smirks at you.
Congratulations, Josh.
And to your point, Rasmus. Laura,
Yes.
you can track, correct? You could use the bits of nature to perhaps expedite our knowledge.
I could find some information, perhaps tell where she went if she left any tracks behind.
And are you limited in that ability?
I can use it as we go, but she would have to have left something behind to track.
Footprints.
Perhaps, but she seems clever enough not to make herself known.
And how long do you need to gather that information? Can we be writing while you figure that out?
It is hard to track when one is on a steed or any other sort of moving space. You need to be close to the ground. And I could always talk to the trees, of course.
What about animals? Do you speak to your chicken?
Not yet, but I can learn.
When you say this,
Takes listening.
and then it looks over, Henrietta looks at the crow, the raven, still sitting atop.
Perhaps your
And
bird can see things from way up high in the sky.
looks sort of like a resentful gaze, and then nestles itself up against Alora's neck.
There's only one chick for this party.
Is that possible, Talador?
Gosh.
It's Elliot, dear, my friend, and do not worry. The Elven language is difficult to speak for most non-Elven people. But yes, she could fly and see about the surroundings. Baudel has done this for me many a times in the past.
Then perhaps your bird could find a halfling like myself, female, not as beautiful.
Probably reeks of poisons.
Probably. She's good at that.
When you said your bird, Baudel will look at you and say, Baudel!
And for the second time, you hear this raven speak.
Sounds
See,
like
talking bird.
Telliadir will look up at Baudel. Baudel, my dear, if you wouldn't mind so much, could you maybe fly to a height where you can see the surrounding area and just take a gander and see if there's any other travelers in the area?
You see, Telliadir speaks to this raven, and there's a bit of a kind of a quirk of the neck. Looks at Henrietta, beady-eyed, perhaps a bit of a glare toward Henrietta, and then lofts off his shoulder and lights up into the sky.
And you'll see when Baudel goes up that Telliadir will kind of cock his head to the side and just kind of, it's almost like he's listening. And so, John, so he's using his emphatic link, which means he can feel emotions.
Empathic? Or emphatic?
Yeah, empathic. Empathic.
Empathic link, yeah. All right. So emotions as well. All right. So as he lofts up into the sky, you feel the alloy of joy as his wings press him above the trees. That freedom that is felt by every flying creature. There is also, though, a jealousy. Something about Henrietta has triggered him and connected. You can feel this sort of jealousy alloyed with the freedom. But as he looks above, he rises over the trees, and you see he is now looking at the corpse of the manticore a few miles, like 2 miles away. And he moves around. In the distance, you can see the dust of hoof prints as horses ride north.
And he will, keeping his head tilted, he feels the emotion and says to the group, with his eyes closed, Baudel definitely sees some things. Initial feelings was that of joy as she took flight, but some concern and some worry. She'll be able to fill us into the details when she arrives back, but I have a feeling she has seen something nearby.
Then I say we expedite our route and go now. Ride through the night and push through. The horses have rested. Rasmus has done his good duty.
I still need to rest at some point.
Ride
if I am to recover my spells.
Can you sleep on a horse? Does that work?
If I would to ride with someone else, perhaps.
You can ride with me.
All right, then I will do that.
And
in
she'll get
a
on her
fairly
horse. Oh, sorry.
In fairly short order, Baudel will come back and land and will repeat the things that she saw what John said.
As she lights back upon his shoulder, you see the raven kind of shivers, shakes her feathers, gives a resentful glance toward Henrietta, clucks her neck, and then tucks it back into Telidar.
Do we need
Telidar, sorry.
Now point at the donkey? Do we need that one? This seems to be slightly slower.
And Teliadare will say, if we plan on traveling more than a couple of hours, we will. But if we do not, I can summon my own steed as need be.
My horse is free for now as well if I am to ride with Rizia to get some rest.
That is what I was thinking. Although it has been useful for me, it does not travel as fast as yours. And if we are to press through the night, perhaps, Alora, you could send it somewhere. Like in utter confusion of how you do your stuff, just like send it somewhere.
You want me to send the donkey somewhere?
Yes, donkey, that's what it's called. Send it. I mean, if we have these four, and he has his own somewhere that he's gonna pull out if I don't know where, then, I don't see why leave it here tied up.
That makes sense.
And Alora will kind of look at the donkey and say,
Why don't you go to the town? It's just up the road a little way.
As Alora looks and speaks to the donkey, it tilts its head up and gives a neigh. And the donkey walks forward, gives the most gentle lick to her elbow, and turns to walk down the path, leaving the party.
It's lucky all over again.
Doesn't mean he's gonna come back relentlessly.
That ass always come back.
So, everyone ready then?
Let's go.
Rizia, your leg, how is your leg doing?
It still hurts from time to time, but nowhere near as bad it was before.
Good.
Thanks to Laura.
Laura, would you be able to, again, confusion of what you do that again?
She's done enough for today. She needs to rest.
And
It's not
Alora,
bad.
you know what you have done is all you can do. There is no further that you can aid Rizia with this.
There is nothing further I could do with this anyway. But yes, Rizia is correct. I do need to rest.
Good to know. Then, could you lift me up? Pointing at the horse. It is a little bit taller than the last one.
Are you talking to me or Laura?
Rizia is who I'm talking
okay.
to, but really anyone?
The strongest of the party, Rizia.
Just
Yeah.
go down and just like whoop. Like, what are you looking for? You're offering a hand. She can.
Yeah, just to be put up on the horse.
Yeah, for sure.
It is
She,
like crazy tall.
yeah. Oh yeah. She'll reach her hand down and then I'll give you a leg up.
My greatest appreciations.
Teliadir will walk to one of the horses and pet it a little bit, and some hair. Whenever you pet a horse, a little bit of hair comes off, and takes the hair with him, and will move his hands, speak some words, and a horse will appear
Oh, do you pull it up
Casting.
somewhere?
Casting mount.
Well, we already have enough horse. Okay. Sure, why not?
We didn't have enough. Wait a minute. I thought
No, we have enough because Taldar's dead.
And you'll.
We have an extra horse,
And
and Alora's
so-
on my horse, so there's another extra horse.
Rasmus in this moment is actually leading the war horse.
Oh,
over Rizia.
okay. I did the math wrong. Then he's not going to do any of what he just said.
No, I was gonna bring a horse up. Come on, let me.
Nope.
nope. All right, no horse. All right, done. Sorry.
Just have a gaggle of horses.
Now you gotta kill the horse.
I did. I killed the horse. I did. It's gone.
I did the math
Eating the
wrong.
horse.
I did the math wrong.
Okay, all right. So, now, as Taldar's body cools
Gets back up.
by the roadside, the last bits of his blood dropping into the soil, the manticore that was slain.
I was gonna say, are we passing by where Taldar fell on our way?
Well, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Yes. All right. So,
Heading out.
you guys, that's a good way to. So, you travel further down the road, and dawn is coming. You just could not sleep this night. The party is so troubled by what has happened, and about a mile and a half ahead, you see the corpse of the manticore, its jaw ripped out. You can see Taldar's right arm ripped off, laying in the weeds to the side. You see the tree that Alora had pulled forward, broken now, having smacked the creature. And you see the body of Taldar now bereft of the right arm, laying congealed blood pouring out. Also stripped of weapons and gold by Anaho.
If you notice,
Well, and Telly Deer wouldn't know that it was stripped by an aho.
No. Yeah, that was sorry. That was for yeah, not for you, for everyone
What
else.
I'm
yes.
saying is, as we come upon it, then it seems that some scavengers have already taken his goods. This is your compatriot, I believe, correct?
That is him.
We were in somewhat of a rush to leave before. Rizia, is there a specific tradition that your tribes practice?
Yes. Oh, we don't have time. Just leave him.
Well, I would hate to leave his body for the carrion birds, and his ashes would be more nutritious for the soil.
And she casts Produce Flame and sets him alight.
I love that.
Nice.
So well done.
As Rasmus looks over at the raven, it's like, well, it's kind of rude. There's like a bird right here. It's
She casts flame, and suddenly everything erupts in fire. And you see even the body of the manticore is being consumed. Taldar's body burning in a glorious blaze of flame.
That was impressive.
It's good for the soil. And he does not deserve to be eaten by the animals. He was better than that.
All right, let's go. And as she says that, she'll lead the horse forward. Alora's on the same horse as her. Alora, you'll notice she will reach her hand back just to hold your hand just for just to kind of like hold it just to give it a good squeeze and then let it go and then continue to hang onto the reins and press forward.
Rizia, did you in fact get onto the warhorse?
I just got onto my horse because you said you were leading the war horse, right?
I was leading the warhorse to you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
If you're leading the war horse to me, then I'll get on it, and Laura will get on the
Okay.
war horse as well. Yeah, that's fine.
And as the flames crackle, snapping, sparking up into the sky, sparks flying upward, the trees pulling away with Alora's guidance, but the one that was used to smack against this creature consumed also in the flame, but willingly. Taldar's body left to the fire, and Taldar joins the pantheon of slain Blue Box characters. And with that, we will end tonight with Blue Box and prepping for Blue Box Con. We got a great stream tomorrow night we're going to do for our LMA. And Terry, your backstory for Taldar is posted in the chat. Thank you for putting it on the Discord. Thank you for getting this great character. We are thinking that, Talidar, it's going to be so much fun. I like the way you played him tonight, and got to get the artwork done from Hob. But party, thank you. And all of us are tired. All of us are weary and getting ready, and all of us are going to be hugging in 2 days. I cannot wait. 2.5 days. I'm going to squeeze the living fire out of each of you when I see you in person, and so many of you will be here with us as well. Blue Box Con is right around the corner. XP will get out.
Get the hell out of here.
What's that?
Josh says I don't hug, and I said
He's a darn liar.
No, he is a liar. He's a total liar. Total liar. But Taliadir was such a fun new character. Thank you for that. And obviously, it was so tough to lose Taldar. Taldar was a fan favorite. He was Taldar and handsome. But, that is the nature of Blue Box. And also the fact that he was played properly, just like Moria. I mentioned this last time. Moria, fought those 10 armored soldiers in the tavern as she would have in Babe Robert's chains. Taldar walked on, moved, pushed ahead with Rizia, leaving the rest of the party behind, and that created a very dangerous situation. This is what great roleplay looks like, and I don't want to be known as a killer DM. Honestly, it makes me sad when I hear that, because I'm not a killer DM. I'm a loving, friendly DM, but I want the game to be real and dangerous, not murderous. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that.
okay, John, I gotta go in 4 minutes.
All right. Well, then let's go quick. The Butcher of Blue Box. All right. The Book of Taverns, and we're gonna put that in the chat. Our only giveaway tonight. So let me bring up the Nightbot quickly here.
Not to be confused with the Book of Taverns.
What did I say?
I also
No,
posted
I was
a
making a
meme in the Discord.
It's
Great
so
meme.
good. It's so funny.
Oh, there is? Okay, I'll pull that up.
So long
It's so good though.
It looks
It's so
Okay,
worth it.
I'll pull that up, but let's get you out of here quickly, Vivi.
Okay.
So, Tavern in the chat, exclamation point Tavern. And I'm going to copy that and paste it in the chat for all of you, exclamation point Tavern. This is, honestly, for any player, any DM, one of the greatest books you could have. I've loved this. Eat, drink, and be merry. The Book of Taverns has all kinds of content that you can enjoy as a player. It's got the maps. It's got the NPCs, all of that. Now, why should Rizia be stream MVP tonight?
Rizia should be stream MVP for continuing to look for this old lady, and then talking to the tavern owner and slamming the jaw onto the bar, therefore getting the attention of our new friend, Taliadir, and then talking to the old lady, just being her very crass self, just get to the point. I have shit to do kind of thing. And then just stopping before leaving the tavern and just saying like, yeah, I kind of like you want to come with, and convincing him to come. And just some good RP with everybody. I think she had some really good RP with Alora, and remembering Alora's little gifts of flowers and meanings behind her flowers.
Yes.
And just kind of like a little like secret language. However, she doesn't really, it's like a secret language that we're speaking in common, essentially, based on Teliadir and what she thinks about him at the moment. So that was kind of cool to do a little bit of that. And yeah, just kind of, I don't know, RP with a little bit of everybody today. So
yeah, I loved it. All right, so 1,000 XP for the stream.
Oh, also, can I please mention that I should win stream MVP for asking if there's melons in
I'm telling you, like, melons are becoming the Blue Box moniker of
Wiggle.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Who else is going to ask questions like that? Maybe Josh.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see wiggle, faux show. All right, so you will be rolling for tonight. Donkey, brand new follower tonight. Congratulations, you're in the giveaway opportunity. So the way this works is you'll be rolled for, and I know you got to go, Vivi, so go ahead and roll now, and we'll record the roll for Donkey.
Is the total that I
16's a good roll.
Yeah. 16. All right. So Donkey, you have a 16 from Vivi, but all the rest of the players need to roll as well, and each of them will have someone they'll roll for. So I don't want to ever make someone get too excited because right. Hey, Vivi, have a good night. Leave your camera up, please, so we don't mess things up.
That is the most.
And we're gonna see you in 3 days. I can't wait.
Nice to see you.
Let's go.
My body.
Bye,
I'm
baby.
freaking out. I'm mildly freaking out.
I'm majorly freaking out. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait.
For all.
All right.
Bring the melons.
Bring the melons. Yes, bring those melons. All right.
You say that, and now there's going to be melons everywhere.
Yes.
Thank you, Lee. Yes, exactly. Yep. All right. So, fan art. We got fan art from Pat. Let me pull that up. Let's go to. Honeybee's got me a message as well.
Art of Mike Disney. This BBC is going to be huge.
Stop! Don't do that to me.
Bigger than last year. I was answering his question, John. Get your mind out of the game.
It will be.
Can't wait for that food truck.
No, the food truck's gonna be so.
The same one from last year.
Yes. Oh, please.
Is the one from last.
Danny, are you still on? Honeybee, are you still on with us? If you don't bring that, I will be desperately disappointed. Please bring that beautiful bird. It would be amazing to have, so cool. And please bring her. All right, so let's go to Anaho. Why should you be stream MVP?
Because he's hot.
Yes, exactly. So I should be stream MVP because I was very witty just now, and that's not often. I learned how to use the ring and kind of toyed with Rasmus in testing out the ring, making him think I was going to use it on him. Maybe I still will.
I thought you were. It would have been fun.
Interactions with Rizia, right? Stating that we're the only two remaining for now. And a bit of more mannerisms of Anahu. Not fully understanding magic, clapping at the magic show, and then challenging Talador.
All right, well done.
Teliadir.
Teliadir, well, you're going to have to do like 10 times now, Terry. You're going to have to keep doing it. All right, Rory, you are... Oh, you got yourself. What? I don't think it's ever happened, has it?
No,
I don't think it has. Has it?
Not on this stream, but it has on the other one.
On the other one, yeah. So I'm going to switch that. I'm going to give that to Terry. So, Terry, you're going to roll for Gimbal. Why should Teliador be stream MVP?
Well,
I'm
Terry
doing it on purpose. I'm teasing you now, Terry.
should be a stream MVP for a variety of reasons. First off, the obvious one-upmanship of languages is a very strong contender.
You're well said.
The willingness to immediately introduce himself to a variety of people, i.e., old lady in the bar, as well as Alora, and then, of course, Rasmus. Had to say hello to him. He was a fine-looking fella. And apparently the leader of this group, which is very exciting. He took his prestidigitation duties very seriously.
Can you say that 10 times real fast?
The bloodied one, Rizia. Additionally, funny story, he actually got almost nobody's names from themselves. He only got them by people talking to other people today. He took some wonderful notes. Used his monocle for a bit of viewing that will become very important in the future, as well as just generally was a inquisitive character today.
Well, every time a character dies, a little piece of the DM dies here at Blue Box. It kills me.
I thought you were going to say every time a character dies, the DM gets his wings.
He gets his wings, like the bells. No, we're not doing White Christmas here. I just, or it's in Wonderful Life. Sorry, I got it wrong. Yeah, I got it. So, I feel like I still think of Millie. Millie is always in my heart. And
the hardest death.
And even like every character death hits this DM hard. I think of all the backstories. Again, thank you, Terry, for posting Taldar's backstory in the chat. Now, Liam went pretty fast. But
all of my characters, it's just kind of been like a
Phelan, he lasted a little bit longer.
3 sessions.
Yeah, but Rasmus is he's
still holding strong for now.
Rasmus, yeah.
Character.
But don't think that makes you immortal. Like I will kill you.
I'm waiting. My Grim Junior is coming out next.
All right, so I'm losing it here. All right, guys, Terry, you are rolling for Jerry Adam Jr. 79. Congrats, you're up on the list.
For Gimbal, remember?
Oh yeah, so Gimbal, you're rolling for Jerry. Yeah, right. Yeah, so Gimbal, you've got Jerry. Yes, and then Terry, you have Rory. All right. Why should Alora be stream MVP?
Alora should be stream MVP for being her normal, weird, creepy self that she tends to be. Explaining some things to the new stranger, and being a bit mischievous, and also giving him a flower with a meeting that was also given to Rasmus for a reason, and for warning him that people tend to die often in this party and he might want to be careful, being fascinated by his talking bird, and for the roleplay with Rizia.
Yeah.
And also the roleplay at the end, setting Taldar aflame to help nourish the soil, because she is in fact a plant domain druid, and those trees were very helpful during combat, so she thought pay it forward. So yeah, or pay it in kind, I should say, not forward.
Love it. All right, so 1,000 XP goes to the stream MVP tonight, and you will be rolling for Keith, Roger. Let's go, Roger. All right. Rasmus, why should you be stream MVP?
Rasmus should be stream MVP for horticulture. So good.
Minus 500 XP for that horrible pun.
I just felt the internal cringe.
I know, like even the dad, like I'm the ultimate dad guy, but the dad joke, no, that didn't work. That was horrible.
Because you would steal the plants and all. I thought that was great.
No, it was terrible. It's terrible, Josh. Terrible,
I was
terrible,
so proud of
terrible.
that.
No.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you right, Josh. I would call you right now. So what you said about your mom on Instagram, and I can't even say it, that she put you into the world.
She pooped me out.
Dad, you had to say it. I didn't want to say it. I hated that, Josh. No.
Come on.
I love your mom. I'm not saying that, but it's like your terminology is so like bad.
But yeah, Rasmus should be stream MVP for his continuous role play with the Naho, with his work with Rasputin and the way that he kind of, I guess, incorporates him into his physicality. And then also learning a little bit about Teliadir.
Well done.
We're gonna have to have an instructive effort on our
I mean,
Discord.
it's just like Alondra all over again, and Yolanda Babushka became a thing because of it. So.
I being able to look at him and get a bit more info on him, which I'm excited about. But other than that, like just taking care of horses and then also passing on the war horse to that of Rizia.
All right. Well done, as always, Josh. And you have Chaosic. Let's go,
Chaosic.
Benjamin. Yes, awesome. All right.
And
So
the poll is up.
And so the poll is up. Vivi already had the 16. So now let's go. We're going to go in sort of left to right, top to bottom order. So let's start with you, Rory. Roll for tell us who you're rolling for, and give us the number.
I am rolling for Jerry, which is
Adam Jr. Yep.
sub.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I promise.
Please vote for the stream MVP.
16.
Oh, we have a tie.
Tied with Vivi.
And
Yeah, all right.
So Jerry, you got it. There you go. Over.
All right. Let's go to Terry.
I shall be rolling for the one, the only, a Naho. I'll be rolling my metal die, which is from Cozy Gamer Guys. Everybody appreciate this beautiful, beautiful die.
Gorgeous.
All right, first roll
For the Book of Taverns.
is a terrible roll. That's a 4. We don't like that.
No.
But
I
our
don't like
second roll
Yes. 14, I'm guessing.
is a
17.
17.
Oh, okay. Puts Rory in the lead. Let's go to you, Josh.
Oh, what? Okay. I'm rolling for Calcic.
Let's go, Chaosic.
Gonna be a 4 and an 8.
Oh, rigged.
Yeah, sorry.
That is rigged. All right, but
No.
we all
For
know.
Roger.
Let's go, Evelyn.
And we have
Come on, Keith.
natural 1 and a 9.
Oh!
Okay, let's go, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Brings home the win. Congratulations. And we'll post that. We'll get that out to you. We have all that on our Excel spreadsheet, so we'll get that award out to each of you. And then the stream MVP is still up. Let me see here where we're at.
Rizia's taking
It's definitely going to be Rizia. Like,
No, there's still time. There's still time.
more to come
You
back.
can snatch it from.
Nope, now 8
All
more.
in Aho. Just dump it into an Aho.
Yeah, I don't know how Anaho's going to take the lead, but he'll do it.
This is actually, I think, one of the first times the new guy does not get it on their first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
might
think
be,
it
yes.
is the first time, at
Shame.
least with GH.
Talia, you're second, though.
No,
And-
I don't think
Come on.
Phelan
Let the little
Oh,
guy
did Phelan not get
I
it on
don't
his
think
first?
Phelan did.
Oh, he didn't?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, because people don't like you, Josh. They don't
Yeah,
And
like
I
you.
can go back and look
I know,
at that.
Josh is totally not a likable person.
Not likable at all, yeah. Who likes Josh?
Tonight, but never
Okay,
when they were needed.
Josh, you did name the character Phelan. I mean,
Failing!
first try, that
It's
would not
my
work.
fault.
yeah.
But all advantages get to turn into XP.
Eat swoo.
It is true. It is.
It's Rizia's.
Oh yeah. how much
Let's
is it
go,
plus one?
Rizia! All right,
Speed.
congratulations, and we'll tell her. And now we're going to go ahead and do our raid. Let me pull up the Nightbot here. No,
I
the
only need
Twitch stream.
6,000 more.
All right,
I only
so
need 14,000 more. So
We got this.
We
can do this.
could use some
What
XP
level are you,
sometime
Terry?
soon. Just saying.
I'm level 3.
oh, what XP? What's XP? What is that? Is that a
Hey,
thing?
Jim. I mean, we could talk. Maybe.
Maybe.
About some experience.
All right, Evelyn, can you help me with the raid? I'm still having this stupid login thing that's going on, and I'll fix it later.
To raid this evening?
Who's up? And before we raid, I do want to show one more thing. Thank you everyone for joining. If you're here, and thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jerry. Before we sign off tonight, let me pull back to our Tailspire screen and let me show you all something. So, oh hey, welcome, Sithy. So I'm gonna kill the warm effect, go back to our regular effect here. None. All right, now, if you've not seen this already, it is so cool. Tailspire now has Hero Forge integration.
Speaking of which, I already made my character.
And actually, what's going to happen is, when you're here this weekend, I have purchased a pack. Actually, made a mistake. I didn't mean to. I was working with John Demongund and trying to integrate, and I accidentally bought 60 of these minis. So when you guys are here, each one of you, yeah, I know it was dumb. Whatever. So each one of you and any other players on Blue Box will be able to build a Hero Forge mini at no charge on my stream here, which I will have then ready for you. So if you've not seen this, it is so cool. So look at this. Let me change this just a bit here. Not quite that. There we go. That's nice. Right next to Allura. On Hero Forge, you now have a new, or no, Tailspire, you have this new sort of icon here. You click it, and here are all the hero copies you can make, and everything is copied directly into Tailspire. So as an example, where's the one? This is the one that my little girl made. Evelyn made this mini with the fox. What did the fox say? And she created this all. Now this is all Hero Forge integrated into Tailspire. You're going to see this happening on all the Tailspire streams. You can make whatever character you want. We still use the physical minis as well, so we can print these out, and I'll have the physical tabletop stuff. But to make our digital content so much more fun, this is going to be amazing for all of you. So you'll all be able to create your own custom minis when you're here this weekend.
John, if you already have a mini made, am I able to send it to you?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. I think you can. Let's talk off stream.
Yeah.
But if not, just you
made up already, and he looks awesome.
Yeah, try. Yeah, let's see if you can't, just do it again when you're here, and it won't matter. So, all right. Are we ready to raid, Evelyn?
No.
I just need to know who we're raiding.
What are my options?
Careful, cantrip is up. Loot diver.
Careful cantrip. Yeah, definitely. Careful cantrip.
Cantrip,
Yep.
okay.
Let's raid them.
Careful.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow night for LMA. We'll be talking about some fun stuff with DMs and how to support your
John's
DMs.
asking about the fan art, by the way.
Oh, the fan art. Yes. Oh, wait, Pat. Yeah. Hold on. Before we.
Yeah. Gosh, John.
Yeah, I know. I just. Whatever. I
Also,
suck.
we're at 69 viewers right now.
I just suck. That's all it is.
Nice.
All right. So here we go. Fan art. Oh, there's two pieces.
It's a 2-piece.
Telling you the ambivalent. Pat is a genius. He really is. All right. So this is fan art part 1. Teliadir the ambivalent. Look at the claw atop the staff. He's got all the accoutrement there on the side. He got the raven on the shoulder. Nicely done. And then the second piece of fan art is please, sir, do you have melons? And of course, we don't have Rizia with us anymore tonight because she's off to work, but that is glorious. If you see, you will see, we have so much fan art in the rooms here like we did last year. So all the fan art's posted. We have stuff from Mark Views, from Pat Draws. I think we have some stuff from Siegland as well. We'll have that all up here in the Blue Box Con rooms. It's going to be a bigger, better gaming session than we had last year. It's going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait to see all of you here. Now, I have not asked the question tonight, and have we already rated? Is it already done?
Not yet. I'm waiting for you.
All right, so if you're watching tonight and you haven't followed, though we have many new followers, thank you. If you're following and you have not subbed, shocking. Or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, we have one question for you here tonight at Blue Box. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, and let's raid Careful Cantrip. Make it happen, Evelyn.
Going now.
Done. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much. And stream ending 3, 2, and